All right. Hello and welcome to our special holiday episode of Hangman's Oracle. Today we are kind of taking a look back in time at Zephryn's origins. We are going deep beneath the sea to explore what happened before our very first episode. Joining me today, generally playing Elodius. Kyle, who are you playing?
I am playing Marinus Pelagius Morcant the Eighth.
The eighth. Oh wow. Okay.
Yes.
It's a long lineage. Eddie, generally playing Rabute. Who are you? What are you doing this time,
Nice.
buddy?
Very nice. I'm playing. Hold on.
He doesn't
Hold on.
know.
No, I do know. Shut up. Let me get there. Okay. I'm playing an eel. I'm an eel. Here I go. His name is Elver.
We didn't discuss this.
What?
Oh, I did though.
Discuss
I
this.
did, Dylan. I did. So, get wrecked, idiot. Anyway, I'm playing an
In that
eel.
case, I'm playing Sal.
An eel. Hold on. Let me finish. I'm playing an eel, and he's a talking eel, and he thinks he's a big deal because he's a talking eel.
Big eel the deal. Oh no.
Big-
Okay.
Big eel deal.
Yeah, and his name's Elver, because it's it's another word to say it's a young eel. Get it?
I do
Moving
now.
on.
Thanks for the lesson.
We
Please
have
get it.
Zephryn, or Serena playing Zephryn still, as in her earlier days before she joined the air breathers on land up on the Amber Isles. And Ryan, another fish friend folk we have here, generally used to play Salmon Fillet or Salazar in the latter episodes. Ryan, who are you playing?
I'm super pissed because I just had this idea of now wanting to play a street shark.
Oh my god.
That
Can
will
we
be our
start
next
over?
campaign.
I'm playing a
I'm
street
sorry.
shark.
I'm sorry you're not as smart as me.
I'm playing, no offense, but a triton, I guess.
Ugh, the worst,
Named
apparently.
Vitress Namor.
I would like to say Ryan's the one who suggested we do a Triton campaign, and now he's
Upset that he's
Triton.
Triton.
That he's being a Triton.
Because you say we're gonna do a Triton episode, guys. We're all gonna play Tritons. We're gonna explore a backstory, and then someone's like, "Oh, but what if I'm an eel?"
He pitched it to me as a
Super
dolphin.
fun.
First, I was thinking
A
dolphin.
dolphin?
Dolphin. 'Cause it's
Actually,
way
no.
funnier as a
I could have
dolphin.
rolled with a dolphin.
I feel like a
Wait,
dolphin would have been easier to
Let
work
me
with.
explain. This is what happened. Eddie came to me and said, at 6 o'clock this morning, my time, it was just like, hey, can I be a dolphin, a talking dolphin? I was like, you're gonna need to let me think about this. And then a couple hours later, I'm like, sell me on it. He's like, it would be funny. I'd be like, okay. I was like, but you gotta do a few things. You gotta come up with like, wow, you're predator and prey, like what you eat, what eats you, just you're a fish, right? And I know they're not fish, they're mammals, whatever, shut up. And then I was like, but you have to, they can't be called dolphins, and you have to change what they look like visibly. So he's like, got it, I'm gonna be an eel. Like, that's not what I meant.
Dolphins don't exist.
Dolphins can exist, but I wanted
See,
him to
I
be,
misread it. I didn't understand that was what you meant. But now I'm an eel, so this is where we are.
I wanted him
Are
to be
you
like
like a dolphin-sized eel? Like, are
No.
you a dolphin reskinned as an eel?
Nope, just an eel. Nope.
Just an
Talking
eel
eel.
that talks.
Just
how
talking
big
eel.
of an how big of an eel are we?
Yeah, are you like a little eel that like wiggles itself out of the ground and does a little
And
dance?
are
Or are
you
you
using
like...
the eel stat block?
No, see, I was gonna ask Dylan that, but nope.
Did you make a stat block? Do you have stats?
I made a level 1 character, and it's a wizard that does lightning spells exclusively, because get it? Because eel.
Yeah,
And
I
then
get it.
And then the thing is a Triton in the thing, because I couldn't find anything that would make any other sense besides Triton in the scenario.
Wakatha, maybe, but
I don't
But
know.
anyways, that's how we're starting this off. The next two things I'd like to do respectively is an apology for Eddie, and then we'll talk about some really dope people. Let's start with Session Zero. They are a tabletop RPG clothing brand. They have countless different styles for all those different. We got some cute owl bears. We got dice. We got big old spooky spiders. They got so much dope stuff. They just came up with a new spring line, tank tops, and bright, colorful tie-dye shirts. You can use the code Crisis to get 10% off your whole order. Get it, because Midlevel Crisis. And yeah, Ryan, anything else you'd like to say about Session Zero?
I want to say who's scratching or
Yeah, I was saying,
sweeping?
what is
There's a
that?
cat
Wishing something? Like,
trying
what's
its best to
happening?
get into my life. Ignore it. I think it'll go away eventually.
Okay. What was your question again? Start over.
Who knows? Something about scratching. Anything else going on with Session 0 is we could see Ryan and Serena are sporting their lovely new shirts. Bright, colorful, fabulous. Nothing?
Yeah, nothing exciting. No. Go buy stuff.
Nothing exciting. They're a very boring clothing brand. Go check them out. Next, of course, Band of Badgers, a group of great people, content creators. They make YouTube and Twitch content, a lot of live actual play games. D&D, they're doing a horror campaign right now, a whole bunch of great stuff. If you would like to collaborate with them, we'll put a link below. They do all sorts of collaborations, features, do a great job promoting the community. They're a bunch of great people as well, so definitely check them out. Last but certainly not least, the Initiative Order, a Discord community that is also up with building up different communities. They host their own games. Definitely check them out as well. They have a very active community in their Discord group, and we'll put a link to that below. And we will get on with our Triton one-shot. Oh, no, we won't. Ryan has something to say.
Speaking of Discord, we also have our own. We never ever
Do
mention
we?
it. Yeah, we never mention
crazy.
it. So I'm going to link it in the Twitch chat, and I think it's on the YouTube things. But for anyone that cares at all, we do have our own. Nothing ever happens over there because
It's just us.
has yet to be.
I don't think I'm even in there.
Probably not. Anyways, you may.
I thought we were going to make one. I didn't know you had one already. That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
It's all
I
pretty
thought
and
we were going to
stuff.
make tritons, and instead we have eels. We continue.
No, I'm
You
probably
can take the
jealous.
reins.
You jealous as hell.
All right,
I'm
so
pulling up giant shark stat block, by the way.
go for it. I have one ready. Don't worry about why.
Yo, I want to play the squid that almost killed me last episode.
That
You
squid
can't
has
because
a
they
whole
would have recognized
backstory.
Zephryn. There would have been a whole
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
They would have a moment.
thing. So,
I don't know. Maybe the squid is like really anti-Zephryn.
I
Like,
c-
maybe
dude.
this is how the squid gets pissed off at Zephryn.
Yeah,
Oh,
I could play it.
Imagine.
I could play it, and then next episode in 2 weeks we eat that poor squid.
That's kind of brilliant.
I would have loved to accommodate that in the 2 weeks I had to prepare for this, but last minute, not as much.
Hangman's origins, the squid.
Hangman's
the
origins.
squid.
The squid.
Did you ever wonder why where the squid came from?
And we know
I
why.
can't wait to get to Info's backstory.
Oh,
my
man, that's
God,
gonna be.
you.
Oh, you have no idea. So, our session is going to take place just outside Zephryn's home. It's called Coral Ridge. It's a vast community of Triton residing in this connecting sea called the Bonding Depths. The first inhabitants of Coral Ridge set up camp in the trench between the mountainous ridges hundreds of years ago to limit the open area around them for potential attackers. Now, when a Triton of Coral Ridge becomes of age, they set out on something known as the Dwelling Trials, a ceremony in which the Triton goes out and slays a large shelled creature like a giant crab or a colossal snail to use its shell or outer casing as its new home. The settlement then holds a feast using the meat of your fresh kill to honor both you and the great creature for your ascension into adulthood. Today, hundreds of homes can be seen scattered throughout the trenches of Coral Ridge. Our one shot is taking place just outside of that. The Zephryn, her band of Triton, just so happened to, over time, realize that they are near this colossal abyssal depths below where these horrendous creatures are constantly coming out of. So there's a large team of warriors within their tribe that will go and fight off these creatures in order to keep them at bay. The past few expeditions are proud warriors' continuing journey to fight off the profane horrors of the abyss have been successful. They've resulted in very few casualties, and the warriors have even been able to return with the body of one of the abysmal beasts for a community to research further. However, with this success comes a drawback. The food reserves prepared were rationed almost pessimistically, with the expectation of us losing many of those warriors during the fight. So now, your group has been chosen to go and look for food for Coral Ridge. Joining you on this adventure is an NPC, Varanus Vala, who I can describe momentarily. First off, you are in a nearby area called Blind Man's Crag, an unlit area said to be rich with anglerfish and viperfish that you are looking to then bring back to Coral Ridge. So, any questions thus far before we get into the roleplay?
Can you send me all of that lore later?
You can copy and paste from? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just add it to Zephryn's backstory. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll do.
Okay, so why is the eel here?
Is he like a pet?
Is
Eddie,
he a pet?
get off the... What are you doing? There's always
Sorry,
one.
My mother called me, and I was like, God damn it, sorry.
Okay, so Eddie, why is the eel here?
Yeah, you're under attack.
Okay.
You rolled lone initiative. What's going on?
Sorry. Okay, so the eel is specifically looking for Triton, because because he realized that he could talk, and he thinks he's a big deal. So he's like, as soon as he sees any Triton, it's like, oh yes, good. People to worship me because I'm a talking eel.
So he's the opposite of Elodius.
Yeah.
Instead of
So
looking for-
was he like already part of the community before we're starting this session, or are we gonna like
I'm going to say
bump
that
into him?
he's been around for a couple weeks, and he was sent out on the excursion with you in the promise that he would be leading this excursion, just because the Tritons were annoyed with him and want to get him out of town.
I
So,
see.
so they're making him your problem.
Super.
Yeah. So he's going to very much think he's in charge the entire time.
Damn it. Okay.
So
Which
Eddie,
begs the
Elvira is going to be
question,
making.
why don't we eat the eel?
There's something morally unjust about eating the
Sentient.
one of only kind of creature. It's the only talking eel you've ever seen, and it kind of goes against your values. As much as you think about it, you're like, I probably shouldn't until we know why.
The irony is that like literally Serena was talking about how like she could talk to sea creatures already. So is that the Triton thing that all Tritons can do?
Yeah.
See, the
Amazing.
thing is,
That's amazing.
they can't
They
talk
can't
back.
talk back though.
You're the
so
only
you're
one
just
who
like,
can
oh
talk back.
god.
Oh, okay, cool.
Have you seen
Good.
Detective Pikachu? You're Ryan Reynolds' Pikachu,
Yeah.
but
Great.
and they're all. I don't remember the kid's name.
Okay, great. This is good. Okay.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah,
I just watched that again recently, and I don't remember either.
me too.
I watched it for
Very
the first
unimpressed.
time recently.
I just saw live action Pokemon, and everything else was black to me.
It appears I've put myself in a literal hole. This is good. I'm not fucked.
All right. So, as I said, joining you is Varanus Vala. He is also in your community. A long dark blue hair is tied back, revealing a young but scornful face. A seemingly permanent scowl gives Varanus an outwardly aggressive demeanor. Described as a strong, silent type, he has broad shoulders and a strong build. He has yet to speak a word to the group since being paired with you on your excursion. Each of you roll a d6, and this will determine what your first impression of him was previously in the within the town. Oh, real dice. So she
Real
can lie to me
dice.
about her roll.
I was
I
actually
rolled
about to pull out real dice before I went, wait, we have this whole system set up so we can roll fake dice.
But this is prettier. It's a 6.
6. Okay.
Oh, I bet.
Look, okay, hang on. We'll just. Well, will it show up on my mat? There it is.
Oh yeah,
Nope,
there it
that's
is.
a 6.
It's a
Obviously
6.
moved it with your hand before.
Oh,
you-
obviously.
I got some fake dice.
I rolled a 3, so there's that.
Okay.
I got
Oh,
a
five.
4, but I've been doing some stuff over here and haven't heard a word you said for the past 10 minutes. So we're gonna have to.
That's
we're,
great.
We're rolling to see our
I just want you
impressions of
to
some
know,
guy.
Ryan, just for the rest of this, my role in this campaign is talking. So it'd be super awesome if you.
If you listened.
Yeah. Kyle, what did you roll?
Oh, I rolled a 5.
You rolled a 5, so we got a 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so who rolled the 3?
Oh yes, that's me. Hi.
Okay, so
Hello?
your only interaction with him was one time you were walking through town. You were carrying a
Walking.
large assortment of
Walking.
things. What's up?
How?
Oh wow, this doesn't work for you. I'm gonna switch
No.
3 and 4 around then.
Does
Okay.
it make sense?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So
To be fair, I don't think any of us walk through town.
swim through town. So despite the fact that many of the elders are looked down upon within Coral Ridge due to the fact that most people will die in battle and honorably, you have seen Varanus often coming back from these excursions, bringing extra food and things like Tolkite, like these decorative rocks, back for the elders after these excursions. Ryan, once going through town, sorry, Ryan, you rolled a 5 or a 4?
4, I think.
4. Okay, so once you're going through town, you're carrying an armful of things. He had bumped into you. You dropped everything. He didn't even acknowledge you. Just swam right on past. That's your only encounter with him.
Okay.
Kyle.
Okay, that didn't work with Eddie because he
doesn't
didn't
have
have
a-
any
He doesn't
hands.
have arms.
Yep.
It
I
wasn't
never
a
prepared for that.
walking thing.
Kyle, you've only briefly seen him spending his free time sharpening weapons in the armory. Do with that information what you will. Zephryn, you had heard that he was the youngest Triton in your community to pass a dwelling trial, killing a giant crab by himself before reaching the ages of adulthood. So those are your first impressions of them as you now adventure with this beefy, quiet guy. So, as I said, you're in this unlit area. You're looking for fish that aren't Eddie that you're going to bring back and eat.
So I guess the first thing that I would say, like the second we leave the town to start the expedition, I would literally just turn to the rest of them and I'd be like, it's like, first things first, gang. Let us pray. Hold on, let me get there. Let us pray, for I am a talking fish, and this is a big deal. So, I believe we should all pray to me. We should all just start that now. All right, here we go.
So
Everyone's gonna
he's
keep
clasping
walking.
his hands. How does he clasp his hands?
I don't know.
He just does a loop. Like,
Yeah, it's a loop. My little
Coils.
Like he
It
puts
coils.
half his tail up, curves it up, and then like touches it together.
Okay, so you're a Disney character. Please continue.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's a Disney
yes.
character.
Yes. Yes, look upon me and know me, for I am a talking eel. Anyway, let's have this great, bountiful expedition. Of course, led by me, for of course I am a talking fish. This is not gonna get old, I promise. And this is just, actually I don't know why we bother. It's just like uncurl, and it's like, I already know it's gonna work out. Because if you have not noticed, I am a talking eel. Incredible. I know, you're speechless. Anyway, let's go.
That,
Yeah. Anyway.
that right there is a meal for 4. I just want everyone here to be aware.
Why do
Really?
we always get stuck with the cutie little animals? Hey, can I pinch your cheeks? Just like
Is that
Oh my
Zephyryn's
God,
voice?
oh my
That's the underwater
she's
voice.
also a Disney character. Okay. Okay, Minnie Mouse. Let's do it.
Oh wait, was that directed toward me?
oh yeah.
Okay, great.
I'll pinch your little cheeks.
Maybe
Are they
later.
pinchable? Is there much squish there? Let me just
No.
get in here, please.
Literally, if you touch me, I'm going to freak out and I'm gonna do the electric thing. And nope.
She's
I'm
probably
very-
like this far away from your cheeks at this point.
Literally, like my body's lighting up. Like electric sparks are starting to like.
So it's just
fly
like
off.
when you hover your hand over like a slide on a hot day and you can kind of
Yeah.
feel the static.
Static.
I don't
Yeah.
know if this makes
Yeah.
sense to non-parents, but you know what I mean?
Zephryn's into it. She likes storms and electricity, so.
Okay.
Fuck! I completely forgot. Oh no!
So she loves you.
Oh my
She
lord!
thinks you're the best.
Oh my god. Elver is the fiance that she leaves.
It's a whole different
I
backstory. Let me
mean-
tell you what.
Oh god. Okay, Ryan, you've been biting your lip for a minute. What's up?
So who is leading this expedition?
That's me.
Elver.
Hi. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Okay, but who's
Okay, but who's
actually leading
actually
the
leading it?
expedition?
Who is the guy that's with us?
Veronus Vala.
Varanus?
Some
Okay,
badass
and
beefcake.
he bumped into me back in the ridge.
Yeah.
It didn't help
Weeks
you
ago.
pick anything up.
Weeks
that you
ago.
dropped.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been holding a grudge,
Okay.
and he's part of our group.
Yes.
Okay. Do we all know each other?
Yeah, that rolling table was for each of you to know how you know them. You could decide amongst yourselves how you know each other, be it previous excursions or.
I just so I didn't know if like when we go out to get food or whatever, if we're just kind of like, all right, you're going out today with who and who.
You were assigned to go with each other.
So
it's not like you chose your best buddies.
Right.
Each of you was told to go out.
So I'm probably kind of like, and we're walking along the bottom of the ocean, or are we swimming?
I guess I keep saying walking, and I keep getting shit on for it. So I don't know, hovering.
We're swimming.
Well, I didn't know if we were like swimming to where we're going or walking or whatever. I don't care either way.
You're traveling along the ocean floor.
Traveling.
Got it.
Yeah.
While this little interaction's happening, I probably like am kind of just like looking at them every so often, but looking back over to Veritas.
Yeah.
And I have like my hands kind of like sitting on my two swords.
Oh, I thought you were just doing this behind a flipper.
Just...
So it's just kind of like that scene in Infinity War when Star-Lord meets Thor, and you're just kind of like puffing your chest out and kind of like trying to look.
I'm not trying to look tough. I think I'm premeditating murder.
Okay.
Over bumping it.
Yeah.
The booty triton.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Vitris, my character, and I'm figuring it out as we go along. This asshole bumped into me weeks ago and then just walked away. No way, I hold grudges. That's my character flaw. Welcome.
All right.
Let's party.
All right, team.
PvP.
PvP.
Yeah.
All right, team. Let us set forth on our noble quest to find the food.
Right.
All
She's just staring at Elver, like.
Just trying to poke it.
I guess I know worshiping me is the norm. That makes sense. But we need to focus. Zephryn, yes?
It's Zephryn.
Right. Let's go find the other fish that I'm going to sacrifice to me so that my servants, you all, can eat.
Do you want me to carry you? Like, I could totally carry you if that's easier, and
Nope.
like travel-wise.
Nope. That won't be necessary. For I'm a talking fish. Yep, and I can do anything.
I
She
believe
picks him up anyways.
God damn it!
I believe your powers are actually limited to talking and swimming.
And electricity.
Yeah, and electricity.
Okay, that is fair. You do
Yeah.
have electricity.
Yeah.
Don't have any hands though.
No,
That's
Zephyr does though.
Hmm. Hmm.
all right. So, as you make your way into Blind Man's Crag, it is, I know everyone here has dark vision, but it is very, very unlit. It's very dark down here. As you're entering, you can kind of see these like light baubles in the background, which you can only assume are the like bioluminescent strands of anglerfish.
Oh yes, the shiny ones, the shiny fish. Yes.
These ones
Yep.
kind of creep me out a little bit with their big teeth and their anglerfish little like dingly doos.
It's all right.
Hmm.
They're
At
afraid
least
of me.
they're small.
So yeah, there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, at
can
least they're
imagine.
not our size.
Yes.
Yeah, if we came across one that was like 6 feet tall, that would be
Oh my
creepy.
goodness, I would never be able to sleep.
It's all right. No such thing exists.
Although, I mean, we could eat these ones. Are these the food we're looking for?
I don't know what you eat.
You're
tell
a
me.
fish.
I thought
We
you were
all
all
eat
knowing.
fish here.
Not you.
I eat shrimp. How do you not know that?
I'm
So-
sorry, I assumed your large, pointy teeth were good for more than tiny crustaceans.
And I got eat other things. I just like shrimp the most. That's my favorite.
So, Elver, in the back of your mind, you know that the only things you're really going to find here, other than like the constant variables that come with being in the sea, like anything can go anywhere really, you're really just going to see viperfish and anglerfish here. But you know that there is an area nearby that has shrimp in it, no more than like 20 minutes away.
Oh, perfect. I'm like, this is no use to us. This is not important. There is an area, only just down the reef, where We can have our succulent food, and I mean me, because of course I'm above all of you, and you are my servants.
You're the succulent food?
No,
This is what
no.
I'm hearing too.
So
Yep.
roll
I heard that.
roll
that is-
persuasion, Eddie.
All right, persuasion. All right.
See
While
how
I
much
do
they
that-
believe you.
I had to answer
Sure.
this call because my
How persuasive.
family is the worst. I'm sorry.
You're okay. While this is happening, Ryan, what are you doing?
I wanted to interact with Eddie just now, but I
He-
guess
he
I'll
did roll
interact
that
But
with.
he's on the
persuasion.
phone, so you'll have
Can
to
somebody
wait.
please interact with Zephryn? So for anyone who doesn't know, in every other episode, Zephryn sounds like she's been chain smoking for the past 3 centuries.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's her
And
surface-
this is what her-
surface voice.
Yeah.
Unstrained voice sounds like when she's not like breathing air. This is what it sounds like when she has the freedom to use her gills. I guess try to have both.
Why do you think she doesn't talk all that much above air? She's very self-conscious of her smoker voice.
We're painting Zephryn in a whole new light.
Yeah.
Is like that all gonna put strain on her? So when she goes back underwater, it's gonna sound
Oh my
like she's going
God.
through puberty.
You have to come up with a third voice now.
Third
Shit.
voice.
It's like the
It's just my
accent you
voice.
get
It's
like
your voice.
when you move to another country that has another accent and you come back and then you're like kind of in between the two. Like you're gonna be that. So
Super. I can't wait until.
just get
She
a
comes
cold or
back.
something, you'll be fine. Okay, so Eddie,
Yes.
Vitrus would like to interact with Elver.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
So who was it that put this eel in charge?
Oh, no need. Anyone to answer that? I got it. I put me in charge, for I am a talking fish, and I believe.
Oh no no
that
no
because
no!
I'm
I
so
understand. I'm going to cut you
Hold
off
on.
right there.
No, don't you dare! You dare! I started, like,
I believe
They started like going crazy.
I believe that these blades will see your blood soon enough if you please continue to call us servants.
See, that's impossible because blades can't see. So I've already won this argument.
Now, hang on. Marinus goes and whispers in Vitrus's ear. I do like shrimp, so maybe we can follow him.
Yes, but I do like eel.
Yeah, but it seems like they don't want to eat this one. I mean, I don't want to break my paladin oath before I actually, swear the oath. That seems like bad taste. So maybe we don't kill him.
Or
we do get those shrimp.
maybe we get to the shrimp, then we kill him, and you find a new line of work, my friend.
It has been generations in my family where we've all been paladins. I can't do this now.
To
My
be fair,
great grandfather will be so disappointed in me.
that's the same
Not
advice
that
Brian
easy
gives me in
already.
real life. I'm like, man, today sucks. He's like, quit your job. So,
Andrew gives me the same advice.
right?
Just-
So
just
easy
quit.
for them.
Solid advice.
And then this one over here, Veritas, is that your name?
Baroness.
Baroness.
Where
Vanitas.
a few weeks ago you seemed to be in quite the hurry. Where were you going?
Wherever I needed to.
And you had no regard for those in your way, huh?
Why was anyone standing in my way?
Because some of us also needed to get to places.
Should have done a better job of it, I guess.
It seems as though my blade will see more than just eel blood on this day.
You sure do seem to be talking a lot about your blade seeing blood. I haven't actually seen it happen yet, though. And he just
Makes
kind of
no
like
sense.
starts walking past the direction in Elver where it said that he wanted to go to, up the reef.
Zephryn's just gonna like bop on Vitrus's shoulder and be like, don't you know who he is? You shouldn't talk to him like that.
I keep looking at him as he walks away. Who is he?
I'm really excited to fight Ryan today.
You know, he's the youngest one of us that has ever, completed the trials, and he did it all by himself.
I'm sure that Marinus Pelagius Morcant the First may have been younger.
No, it was him.
I
It's
don't
in
know.
the
This was
history books. Have
this
you
was
not read the history
120
books?
years ago. My great-great-great-great-grandfather is still alive. He is a mighty soldier. He will argue this as long as you'd like.
Right, yeah, he's
Baroness
still
just-
alive.
Varanus makes an offhanded comment. He's like, if he's such a mighty soldier, then why is he still alive?
Yeah, same
he
tone,
didn't-
but like...
Because he won?
I'm sorry. Why does winning mean he's bad?
He hasn't done enough.
But yeah. So Varanus just kind of like travels off edgily into the distance.
Oh boy.
Proud Pappy.
I'll turn to the rest of the party. He must excuse Victor.
Victor.
Yeah, you must excuse him, because I don't believe he's, the brightest one here. Just saying.
He might be. What's everyone's int in this group? Because everybody's in a.
Oh, not
I mean,
high.
it's the same as her intelligence is in the future.
Not high.
Marinus
Definitely
is
not high.
8, which is why he doesn't know how to read. By the
High for a
way,
fish. High for a fish. Not high at all, though.
he's talking a lot of shit about fish. But
Well, yeah.
yeah.
I got 12 plus 1.
Oh.
10.
So
Wow.
you're tied with Varanus.
Oh, well, he's smarter than me then. Fuck.
And then I want to, before we continue on, I look back over to where the little shining baubles are, where the anglerfish are laying in wait, and I say, those are some of the most skilled hunters in all the seas, and one of the most dangerous foes that one could ever encounter.
You sure do give me the heebie-jeebies, though.
Oh, they're
I don't
supposed to.
think they're actually hunters. I do believe they're actually trappers. I mean, they bait things to them.
They camp things out? They're campers.
They're campers.
So they're baiting you right now so they can hunt you.
Filthy campers.
I wouldn't call fishing hunting, so I mean,
Really?
no. I mean,
Yes.
unless you want to hop in the water with a spear, then we can
Then
debate.
it's hunting.
That's how Triton came to be. That's actually the no.
I do
All
have
right.
a glaive. Let's
We
go
just kept
stab
going
some
deeper
fish.
and deeper into the water with a spear, and then we suddenly turned into Triton.
They're early enough in evolution that yeah. All right, so Elver, where are you leading your brave pack of warriors?
Excuse me. I am leading them to that part of the place with all the shrimp.
The part of the place with all the shrimp.
Yep, that's
Okay.
the one.
Good, I'm
So I
glad.
can partake.
Partake.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. So, do you kind of like scurry in front of Varanus? Do you kind of stay behind? He started walking a bit ahead.
I'll try to get ahead of him as soon as possible because I am first, where I am the best, because I'm a talking fish.
Okay.
So, yeah. That's never, I promise, that will not get annoying at all.
So you guys remember how Zephryn followed very closely behind Kadaj, mimicking his motions when she was dressed up as Kadaj? Yeah, she's doing something very similar to Elver, except without wiggling like an eel.
No,
I like to
you're
imagine
swimming
you are.
like
You're just kind of like
this.
She's
yeah.
like a
You
little
have your
bit. She's
arms
like,
in front of you. Got my hair when I did that.
All right.
Where
So-
we're going, do we know that it's kind of like a dangerous area or not?
So, you know that Blind Man's Crag can be dangerous. Smaller groups such as your own can tend to get overwhelmed sometimes, though no one generally comes back from these excursions dead, because they're dead, they wouldn't come
They
back.
don't come
But you
back.
know what I mean. So, though people don't often die on these excursions, they can oftentimes come back wounded. So, you know that it's very possible to not come out of this unscathed. But the area where Elver is taking you, although you have like a general idea of the geography around you, it's not an area that you're overly familiar with, as you mostly just go where you're told to go as hunters and gatherers.
Okay.
Yeah, they better listen.
I think as we're kind of going along, I'm still kind of like planning things out methodically in my head. So I'm like hanging back, not too far back, but like 10-ish feet behind everyone else as we're going,
Okay.
and just kind of like scanning the area.
All right. Anybody else?
Do we have the proper tools for hunting shrimp? I mean, I have a glaive. It's great for stabbing big things, but shrimp are small things, hence the
Yeah.
name.
Does anyone not have a net of any kind?
Does anyone have a net?
rope.
Hey, episode 1, opposite problem.
I've got a net.
Have we been here before? I feel like we've been here before.
I have rope.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah, so
if we
we
go
need a
into
net.
episode 1, about halfway through, it says, does anybody have rope? I've got a net.
I mean, I technically have a backpack. I could empty it out and just like scoop shrimp.
That's how you catch shrimp, yes.
Yeah, just scoop.
Scoop.
I think I have a blanket. I could turn that into a thing. Just catch shrimp. I don't know why I have a blanket underwater. Like,
I have a
think that's doing
bedroll,
much
so
to
that's
keep
gonna
you
be
warm.
super helpful underwater.
Yeah,
I also had. I took a priest pack, so I also have candles.
They're just for decoration, though. You don't actually light them, obviously.
You just use the wax.
I got them like somewhere on, like they just sunk from a ship, and I was like, "Ooh, these are pretty," and I kept them.
All right. So, you make your way into what Elver could only describe as the Promised Land. There are these colonies of shrimps speeding by. Each movement seems to be in tandem with the others. There's nothing else remotely around. It's a very open area with different, like, brightly colored plant life around, but all you can really see are these shrimp colonies swimming about.
What kind of shrimp are they?
It's a good question. You'd have to catch one to find out, I guess.
They're
While
pink.
we're trying to catch one, Dylan just Googles shrimp types.
Yep.
Sea ocean shrimp.
What's a big shrimp? I guess a prawn.
A prawn, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the second we see all these big fish, like, or these
Little fish.
big fish. I'm sorry.
They're literally called
big,
shrimp.
No, I know
They're
the shrimp. I know. I'm
crustaceans,
sorry. I misspoke. I am sorry. What I meant to say, this big school of shrimp,
Colony.
colony of shrimp. That was what I meant to say. You
Well,
can
this
crucify
talking
me
fish
later.
isn't that good at talking.
Shut up.
Maybe he's new at it.
as soon as we see it,
Yeah.
Elva's gonna say, nice. Elva's gonna say, ah yes, look at all these shrimp, all in service to me, Elver, the talking fish.
Oh,
Anyway.
they're in service to you. Oh,
No.
why don't you
No.
command them to come into our bags?
Better idea. I command you to kill them and put them into my mouth, and you can do that now. Go ahead, whenever you're ready.
No,
That's weird way of
I'm
saying
gonna
yes,
go-
sir.
I'm gonna go catch some so we can bring them back to the tribe.
Sure, do that too, but yeah, back to the tribe.
Did you
Zephyrn's
think the wind-
torn.
She has her allegiance to the tribe, but also her new
This is
allegiance
a
to Elver.
Electric fish.
Yeah, electric talking fish.
Yes,
Very
exactly.
important.
Those are her 3 favorite things.
Yeah, exactly.
This is my long friend.
I can't wait to bring Elver up later in the story.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Oh,
really
it's wild that
making-
we've been traveling together for so long and you've never mentioned him before.
No,
To be fair, it's only been a
People
few
talking
days.
that's
fish.
true.
It's been like 9 sessions in like 3 days.
Yeah,
4
now
days.
that we've had an ocean excursion, like in game, I can actually talk about things that happened in the ocean, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, one time I was in the water. My entire
I
childhood.
remember this one time we were also hunting food for dinner in the ocean, and I had a talking fish.
So what do they do to like catch the fish? Are we just gonna, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna swim up ahead, and I'm just going to do some electric things to those shrimp, like. Yep. Okay. Lightning lure. Slash with lightning energy, yes, Tristan. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Attack one shrimp.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack one shrimp with lightning lure. Show them how it's done. How does it work? They got to make a strength saving throw, or be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line toward you, and then take 1d8 lightning damage. If it is within 5 feet of you.
I'm
Or
fairly
repeat that last
certain-
part.
So it takes 1d8 lightning damage. If it's within 5 feet of me, after it gets pulled 10 feet towards me.
So he lassos them 10 feet closer, and if it's within 5 feet of him, it takes 1d8 lightning damage.
Also,
Okay.
I'm assuming a shrimp has a strength of 1.
Yeah. So you successfully shock the shrimp.
I've done it.
Yay.
Is
You
it?
did it.
And is the shrimp dead?
Yes, it's a
Is it-
shrimp.
It
Good,
probably
yes.
has 1 HP as well.
I
You've
guess.
caused
Great.
the rest to kind of panic and exit the area.
Okay,
Ah.
great. Great.
Congratulations, you have
I-
obtained 1 shrimp.
And I'll turn to them and like, and that is how it's done, and I'll immediately eat the shrimp. And it's like, and that is just, and that's how you do it. It's that simple. Look at that. And now I have a full belly. This is great. Time to go back.
Yeah, you know what? Mission complete, Elver. Why don't you go on ahead? We'll catch up. We're
No, see, I
not
can't leave
as-
you servants behind. That makes no sense.
we're not as mighty swimmers as you, so you could,
That
get
is
there.
true, and not as elegant or as great as I am, for I am, of course, a talking fish. But I believe that your honor to you people is necessary. You need the protection, of course. Without me, you would be completely pointless. Ain't that right, Varian?
He just kind of glances back at you, gives you the side eye, and then looks forward. He drops his pack on the ground, reaches into it, and pulls out a net, and just kind of continues standing there stoically.
And he knows, and he's got it. And this is why he is the #1 best man for this job that I told him to do. Anyway, go ahead. Viva la Loca.
Viva the Loca.
Yeah, wow.
I'll never say his actual name. No, I refuse.
You can't pronounce it because even as a talking fish, it comes with some detriments. Okay.
Does
So-
he do the thing? He tells us what it says, right? Yep.
He is completely ignoring you at this point. He's just kind of
Excellent.
standing in wait of something. You've eaten your one, and the rest of you are trying to effectively dish Eddie, as we all do in real life as well. Okay.
Good.
Of course.
Yes.
I will
Oh no,
take out my
Zephryn is actually
blanket.
just in awe.
As
I
well-
will take out my
as you should be.
blanket and try to use that as a net to catch shrimp.
You take out your witch?
My blanket. I have a blanket.
A blanket's
Why?
just a net without holes in it.
Yeah.
Very small holes. Very, very small holes.
I've been caught in more blankets than nets, so they're more effective if you asked me and didn't use a larger sample size. So
Yeah, that's valid. That'll that counts for something, I guess.
exactly. All right. So at this point, the area has been vacated. Like, he killed a shrimp with lightning underwater. It's terrifying to things that don't often see these happenstances. And the area is now barren. There's no fish within your general vicinity.
Congratulations, Elder.
Can I
You've done
just
us
take
all
a
a
moment?
service.
Mission
Can I
accomplished.
just take a moment and thank you so much, Stella Luna, for the raid? That's
Oh,
so nice of you.
well, that's super cool. That's way better than all the things we're doing right now.
I would just take a moment. We stand Stella here.
Thank you. Anyway, I'm a talking fish. No.
Yes, you are a talking fish.
Yeah. So
An
dumb.
eel, to be specific.
Yes. Yes.
So, Varanus ends up just kind of sighing as much as you can underwater. Don't pigeon poke at my probable faults. And then just starts to walk out further out for the reef to try and see if he can see where these shrimp have vacated to, since Elver had now electrocuted one fish.
Is there what is Veritas doing right now? He's just waiting for the shrimp to come back?
He was just, from what you can tell, he was just kind of scoping out the area, just kind of glancing, standing still with his net ready, seeing what action he should take. And without saying anything, he sighed and started walking forward.
Okay.
gonna go in the same direction as him with my blanket net and pretend it was a completely original idea.
Like you pretend that just going forward with a net was an original idea,
Yes.
almost ignoring the fact that he did it moments before you.
Like 6 seconds before I did.
Okay. All right, Elver, you said that that upon eating this one shrimp, you now have a full stomach and no longer see the point of this excursion. How do you react from there?
So. Okay, so what is everyone else doing? Is everyone else just still trying to like catch up with the shrimp, or like I just want to have that clarified before I say anything?
I believe Varanus and Marinus. Wow, we couldn't have planned that better, eh,
boy.
Kyle?
That's
Wow.
fun. That's fun.
How can you tell we're siblings? So
I put the name in the chat first, so you stole mine.
that's fair. You know, we'll put that on me, I guess. So anyway, they're both just going forward to see where they may have vacated to after you have electrocuted them, and they're just hoping that you didn't ruin the entire area for everybody.
Oh, I probably did.
Oh,
Anyway,
Ruined
we'll
everybody's
see.
whole day.
That's a perception check away. We'll find out.
yeah, let's see.
However,
Okay.
Ventress and Zephryn, what are you guys up to?
Zephryn probably gave Elver like a good pat on the head for
I'll
electrocuting the
reluctantly
one
accept
shrimp.
it. Like,
Yeah. And then she will probably take her backpack and use it as a net. Why didn't we have nets? I feel like we knew we were going hunting and we didn't bring nets.
You do have at least 2 nets on you, because Varanus and Vitrus both have them. And
Real nets.
yeah, they have real nets. You two are just Scooby-Doo characters who just came improvising whatever you could. We need you to go
actually-
out. Sure, I'll be back. Didn't know what you're going out for.
I think
I
what
was
Zephryn
expecting
will
to stab something bigger than a shrimp, okay?
Fair. Yeah, right? I think Zephryn will try and almost get like ahead of the shrimp so she can scare the shrimp back towards Marinus and Varanus, if possible.
So you're just like basically running ahead, like what?
She's not running.
Describe to me. I will
She's
fight.
swimming aggressively.
I wish there was a word for moving fast that I could use.
She is speeding through the water.
Fight me. Okay, you're speeding through the water.
Yes. To try, and I'm curious how far this goes. Features and traits. Let's see. How far does Emissary of the Sea work? Communicate, because I can communicate simple ideas with creatures underwater, as can Vitrus and Marinus and Varanus.
Yeah. So you could just
But
be like, get into my net.
Go the other way. Come back.
Come here, shrimp. We have a treat for you inside these bags.
Wait, do you strip say that in character or like?
Sure.
I mean, I don't think you say it out. I don't know. Is it I don't know if it's a telepathic thing
It's
or
like,
a
in my
verbal
head, it's
thing.
like Aquaman, who just like telepathically is just like fishy.
Literally,
Fishy.
if you say any of that, Elver would literally just like, oh, a snack, sick, and it goes straight into the net.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, I caught a meal for 4.
Where's the
Who
snack?
likes eel? Well,
What?
you want now.
I like this eel. This one right here. I'm gonna keep it forever and ever and ever.
Considering we meet Zephryn in a couple weeks, and she does not have this eel with her. So
She ate the eel.
the real theme of this episode is heartbreak.
The eel is inside of her currently.
Huh, gross.
I think the real eels are the friends we made along the way.
Oof.
Don't think about what she just said.
All right, Vitrus, Ryan, what is Vitrus doing?
He's still hanging in back, man. I'm like coming up with like these wild elaborate plans of how I'm gonna kill this eel.
I like how
Stab
the
it.
Why?
eel.
He's so great.
I like how the eel is so annoying that your need to kill him has surpassed your need to kill the guy who is rude to you in town.
It's almost like info. It's almost exactly like that.
Almost exactly like that, but this time you get to be the annoying guy.
So
Yeah.
I think Vitrus's
Yeah.
line of thought is we're out here looking for food for our people, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
And we need fish or something similar. This thing is being annoying. I can definitely kill this thing, chop it up, and then also still murder Varanus while we're out here.
Just make a whole day of it, really.
Yeah, I mean,
get a lot done.
I take a look up through the ocean water and I see what time of day is it? Is the sun exactly like this picture where it's straight above us?
Yeah, what ocean time of day is it?
Yeah, because we still got a few hours of dim daylight down here. There's still time for death.
You know what? It's you get woken up pretty early in the ocean morning to go hunting, so it's ocean morning time right now. Be that moonlight or sunlight above you, there's something shining down on all of us.
Okay. I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of something fun for me to do, but I'm locked myself into this.
But Vitrus is just full of spite.
Yeah, yeah. I think I've made an error here.
I wanted to have a really good time, but instead I just hated everything. So
it's just a spiteful, edgy teenager.
But it's what his character would do. So
I'm trying to find a way out of it. I really am, but
I think we need to find you some seaweed.
Yeah, so far we've electrocuted
out.
one shrimp.
Seaweed?
What are you eating, Eddie? What you got there?
Is this why your mom calls?
Yeah, is that what your mom kept calling?
A shrimp.
Nice.
We walk.
Mhm.
Okay,
No.
you walk. I just need specifics now because
We
I've
float.
been on the
He
hook.
swims
No
to the
pun
bottom
intended.
of the water and then walks along the ground just because he wants to.
Deal. That's what's happening?
I don't know. What do we do? We follow this guy.
Okay. How? I just need to know because I need to know.
We're about to be attacked by something, and he
Dylan.
needs to know.
Dylan, we got raided by 60 people and we're down to less than 40. We follow this man.
I think maybe it's just the spite-filled Vitrus I used to say. So, okay, as you follow Varanus, he turns around one of these vibrant colored plants that I had mentioned as you walked in, and laying there, you see what can only be described as a metal person laying face down into the ground.
What is that thing?
Now,
Varanus
stay
just
back.
kind of edges it with his foot,
It might be
the edge of it with-
dangerous.
Wait, so as Zephryn was speeding past, did she not see this, or how big is it?
It's just it's human size. It's roughly between 5 and 6 feet, laying on the ground, face down in front of you.
It looks like what we would call like a suit of armor, kind of.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna use
much clunkier.
I've
I'm
never
gonna
seen
use the
this.
bottom end of
before.
the shaft of my glaive to try and just flip him over.
So, you flip it over. You can see that there is a casing over the face. It looks like the entire suit has been filled with water. Looking above the head, you can see a small bit of tubing that looks like it was torn off, and it seems to be the only opening in where water could have come in. Initial thought this is some kind of air breather trying to exist within your realm.
I want to look around the area and see if something had placed this here or killed it while it was down here.
Roll perception. Candy strawberry.
10.
All you can notice, the only thing that looks like caused this thing to die, judging by its face and its beige skin tone, it looks like it had died recently, and that the only thing you can tell so far is that it died from water getting in.
Does it look edible?
Everything's edible if you don't care what you're eating.
Now tell us, Zephryn, do Triton eat people?
Oh, guess we're about to find out. I mean, once you cut it up into small enough pieces, would you really know?
So, Varanus, what is this then? If you are so great, I'm sure that you've seen this before.
You just kind of.
Oh,
Eyes
I can answer this for you. This is a person.
But I thought we were people.
Yes, there's other people.
Oh, I'm aware that it is a person, but what is this apparatus that is wearing?
He just kind of like looks it up and down. He's just like, looks like the humans are getting ambitious.
It's a silly attempt to replicate our ability to be underwater. Nothing that us superior beings ever worry about.
We're superior. You are a nuisance.
What are you talking about? Did you see the talking fish?
Can't they just get a wizard to cast a spell on them to breathe underwater?
Nope.
Why would they do this whole thing? It seems like one is far easier than the other.
Zephryn tried to take the helmet off. We try and open it.
Make a strength check.
All right.
Yeah, maybe he didn't drown. Maybe he was actually.
Maybe he's drowning.
He is a water breather, and the water getting in is what saved him from suffocating in air.
Yes.
It's a strange and cruel torture device, obviously.
Rolling. Oh, it rolled bad. Why you gotta do that? That's a 12.
All right. So you can't seem to get the helmet off. It doesn't even seem to be budging as far as you can tell.
Can I try?
Can you try?
Can I try?
No.
I want
Yes,
to try.
please do.
Oh boy, hooray! I go around. I go and I swirl around it and kind of like a snake, kind of chokes out. Chokes out.
You're constricting around it?
Constricting. Thank you.
Yeah.
God, words are hard. The English language is a wild thing. It's my second language.
I don't
That's
know
a lie.
if eels have the muscles for that, but sure.
They do
go
not.
ahead.
To find out.
They can't. If I roll not a nat 20, that's the only ever way I can ever expect. It almost was nat 20. Jesus. 13 though.
A 13.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
try.
just kind of squeeze metal.
Yeah. Yep.
You can't tell if it did anything, but you're so confident in your abilities that you think you did the equivalent of like loosening a pickle jar. But
Yeah.
deep in your heart nothing happened.
Right. So I'll turn to the rest of them. Like, oh yes, it has now been vastly loosened. You are welcome. If anyone wants to, with ease, remove the helmet, and we'll keep you on our way.
I suppose I can give it the good old, I guess college try isn't a term when you're a fish.
I mean, it might be. There's
You
schools.
call it,
There's
you're
schools.
bards. Yeah. Ha!
Got a 14. You know, I think you actually made it tighter, Elver.
I mean, it might be.
Impossible.
Just one of his many skills. He talks, he can electrocute things, he is a fish, and he tightens helmets. If any of you ever feel your helmet is too loose, talk to Elver.
Start a whole business.
Elver's makes it tighter. Elver's glue.
Nice.
Slow.
Yeah. So that's all I got. So as you are standing around, like gawking at this body, at this metal being, this man of steel, you feel the ground beneath you starting to shake ever so slightly.
Because we're standing on the ground.
Because you're standing on the ground and walking.
Would we know of any creatures that would be under the sand?
It has been known for these giant crabs to burrow.
Shit.
I take out both of my swords and I jab them straight down into the sand.
So, as you do this, you hear, can only be described as like the sound of sword meeting a hard object. As this happens, the giant crab bursts from out of the ground. This Varanus swims backwards and is now standing ready in front of the crab. How do the rest of you guys position yourselves as you roll for initiative?
The very front. because that is what the smart thing to do is. Yep. That's all right. Here I go. Sorry.
I will pull out my glaive and stand at about 10 feet from this thing.
I rolled a 2, so that's very good.
That's exactly what you should have rolled, though. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. If I ever get a roll as higher than 1 in this session, I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Is this why you wrote this character, so your notoriously bad rolls will make sense?
Yep.
That's brilliant.
Okay, you could just have the first round of the crab monster to be eating Elver, and then we could just move on. Like, the crab leaves,
Perfect.
he's been
Just,
satiated.
Hell
As we
yeah.
know, if a large animal eats one small creature, their belly is full. Like
We've
an
seen it
eel
happen.
with a shrimp.
Yeah, we just witnessed it, so
Yeah.
canon. That's a 13. Zephryn would have probably just swam backwards, so I don't know where she was positioned on top of this crab previously, but she would have just like backed up, so she's beside it or behind or in front of the crab. I don't know, but
Just want to clarify, those of you, Varanus obviously has passed the dwelling trials. Each of you are of age and alive, so presumably you have fought creatures like this before. So that's the only reason I'm saying that you guys could be prepared for this. Do any of you feel as though your character has not yet passed the dwelling trials? Or are you all generally, besides Elver, do all of you feel as though that you have like ascended into adulthood, or like how young are your characters?
Marinus is 16. He's a
remember how old
paladin in
Zephryn is.
training, so he's probably tried.
Okay, so you're still living with your parents. Embarrassing. Okay,
No, I
Wait,
think my
hold
dad
on.
was probably eaten by a giant crab or something.
nice.
He
On the
lives with
very
his
excursion that,
great grandfather, who's very disappointed in him.
yes.
I want to say that Vitrus is like probably the same, like on par as an equal with Zephryn.
yeah, I'm trying to remember how old Zephryn was. Oh, she's 26. Yeah, no, she's an adult.
Man, imagine being 26 and an adult, am I right?
Right?
Oh
Ugh.
my god.
Dylan, can we retcon Marinus and Varanus' relationship so Varanus is his younger brother who his ancestor is more proud of?
This is a one shot. Yeah.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
What was the relationship you had with him, anyways?
I knew he forged weapons.
Okay, so you don't have a close relationship with him. Blah, blah, blah. He doesn't forge weapons. He spends his free time sharpening them in the armory.
Oh, sure.
Same.
Yeah. Is
Our
it?
our
I made
ancestor
this
likes
sword.
him better.
I made this sword a little sharper.
Yeah,
what
it's totally
is-
the same thing.
Okay.
The
good.
dwarves would agree with me completely. The future dwarves, they would 100%.
The future dwarves. The 2.5 weeks now, dwarves.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19 on initiative.
Okay.
Important question though. When I stabbed the swords into the ground, was I standing on top of it?
You were standing on top of it, yes.
So do you want me to roll to actually hit and roll damage, or what?
Yes, roll to hit.
And also, would he technically be prone since he was laying down?
Because it's crustacean, they kind of lie in ready, so I don't know if he'd be prone, but I'm willing.
Doubles up.
Yeah. So I will let you argue that, but I'm going to say no. But give your best reason as to why yes.
Because if he's lying down in ready and also covering himself in the sand, I would say that he'd probably be like physically actively being prone, whether or not he's like readying something or not.
Wouldn't he be like in his shell though?
Yeah, like you're still attacking
Ryan.
like the hardest point of the crab.
Ryan, you're arguing for advantage when you got a 20 to hit. I think you're okay.
I know, but if it's a crit though,
Yeah, you know what? Just we'll say yes just because that roll. That's how we're gonna backwards engineer this, just to.
Oh my god.
You got
Almost.
a 19 on that second one, so very close to getting that crit, but not quite.
and then
Ryan never gets what he wants. Don't worry.
with the other sword, 14.
All right. So, 19 does hit. 20 hits. Roll for damage.
Oh Jesus, 4.
4 damage.
Ooh,
Enough
boy.
to make him sprout out of the ground, but not enough to really
Does
overly affect him.
does the 14 hit or no?
The 14 does not hit.
Okay, so with the with the other one, I want to, like, if I can, leave the sword stuck in him and hold on. Like, I want to stay on top of the crab.
He's gonna rodeo this.
I'm gonna try.
Athletics, please.
All right.
Yeehaw.
Okay, really quick. What was
17.
everybody? 17. You hold on, but barely. So you're having good grip, but your feet are in the air. You're swimming, so it doesn't really matter too much. Gravity's different. So you're holding on by just your hand at this point.
The way you typically hold a sword, though.
Yeah, but you're not planted. Zephryn, Serena, what did you roll for initiative?
13.
13. Kyle.
8.
And we know Eddie got 2. Okay, so goes Ryan, or sorry, Vitrus, Zephryn, Crab, Varanus, Marinus, Elver.
I love their names so much.
Vitrus, Varanus, Marinus.
Varanus. It's so good.
Yeah. It's, I literally almost named him Larinus, but then I didn't want anyone to call him Larry or something like that, so I changed it last minute, so it would have been like L and M. But
So now we're calling him Very. It's canon.
yeah, there you go. Very Larry.
Got Very and Mary up in here.
Very and Mary, like Mary and Pippin. Oh, so cute.
Very Merry Larry.
I like it.
All right.
Thank you.
So now that it's out of the sand and we can like actually see it, where in relation on its body, like how big is this thing actually?
So compared to you guys, it's quite low. So it's roughly, what would that be? Kyle, you're a wizard. I guess it's 10 feet long, and off the ground, it's about 12 feet.
That's one big fish.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
Crab.
crab.
It's
Yep.
12 feet tall.
This is really why
That's
Zephryn's
from the
spiritual
point of
weapon
it,
is a
like the
crab
bottom
with
of his feet to the top of his shell.
Okay. And hang on, let me give me 3 seconds while I Google what crabs look like, please.
What?
You live in New York, you never go fishing?
But
Like
okay,
you're
but
right
there's
on
different
the-
types of crabs. Which crab are you looking up?
Yeah.
Wait, Dylan.
Make sure you
yeah,
look up the right
actually,
type of crab.
Tell us what
He's
kind
up-
of crab is this? Is this a coconut crab?
It's
You
just
see
a
those
giant
fuckers?
crab. It's a obviously mythical crab. It's just called
Is it a
giant
crab with a tall shell or a flat shell?
flat
Or
shell.
it's got one of those long multi-segment and shit.
So it's not completely flat, it's domed
That's
a
a
little
lobster.
bit.
No, look at a coconut crab, and you'll know what I'm talking about. They look like monsters.
Why do you know so much about crabs? Jesus.
All right, where is everybody else in relation to this thing? Is everybody like in front of it or behind it?
Varanus is positioned directly in front of him, completely just battle ready, dead on, completely fearless of this giant monstrosity.
Okay.
I believe Elver is right beside him. Zephryn and Marinus, where are you guys?
Probably like behind. She would have shot backwards, so.
I am within reach of my glaive for stabbing face.
Okay.
But where on the crab in location? Are you like by its face? Is that what you just said?
Yes,
Okay.
that is exactly what I just said.
Well, I realized stab in face was I thought you were like saying something, but I realized that
You thought it was like terminology that you
yeah,
didn't
like
understand?
I thought he said stabbing phase, and then I realized what he
Oh.
said. Okay, so while I'm like up on top of this 12-foot crab, I want to like almost gloat a little bit, looking down at Varanus, and stand up while with my one sword still in it, and be like, "Have you ever done this, Varanus?" And then I want to rip my sword out, and then like backflip off of it to land right
Underwater.
behind it, and try to
Stop poking holes.
try to like stab at its underside as I'm landing behind it.
Okay, so doing a backflip underwater, pretty simple, so I'm not going to make you roll for that. But I just still roll for an attack as you're
Okay.
going underneath. His reply to you saying, "Have you ever done this?" So he just kind of mutters just enough so you can kind of catch it. He just says, "Never had to."
Oh, dude, this guy has big dick energy.
I don't hear him as I'm backflipping.
Can't hear you. You're too busy being cooler than you. Bye.
But I don't hit. So I think I like overswing, like as I'm still coming down before I actually land. I try to attack, but I want to like try to like play it off as if I didn't actually
Roll performance.
try to. Okay.
Roll athletics. Roll a hit. Roll performance. Monkey. Dance.
11.
11. While you're flipping backwards, you kind of make it seem like you know what you're doing, but you don't really like land the fall very gracefully. You just kind of like swim backwards, like. So you're like in your head, you're like, did I play that off? And
Alvar thinks you played it off.
Alvar is just like, that's kind of cool, I guess. But Veridus is
I'm a
just
talking
like
fish though, so
amateur.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, is that the end of your turn, Ryan? All right. Now to the squeaky voiced Zephryn. What do you do?
It's me. Zephryn is not going to do anything. Sorry, I've got old Zephryn open and young Zephryn open. That's going to be a disaster.
I use my hammer to. No.
I use my hammer that she doesn't have yet. She's going to smack with her 2 hand axes because that's what she currently has. At one of the back legs.
Okay.
And try and chop it off.
Just take out the knee. Sweep the leg.
Oh, why aren't my thingies here? Hang on. Equipment. I guess it would be helpful to equip the hand axes to make my life easier.
It might.
Yeah, it help. There's one. Okay. Oh my god, it's so slow. That's a 22 to hit?
Yes, the 22 hits.
Okay, and I'm just gonna roll the other hand axe as well while we're here. Oh, that was almost terrifyingly a 1, but it wasn't. It was an 18.
An 18 hits as well, yes.
Okay. Fantastic. That was, yep, could have been bad. Why won't you roll damage? There we go. 1 damage. 2 damage. Oh, good God. Why are you rolling so many times?
Ryan, are you okay?
Huh? What?
Yeah.
well, the
just
first 2
our
were
Twitch,
6 and
our
8,
Twitch
so that's
chat.
pretty good.
Yeah, take the first 2. I don't know why I rolled a 3rd, but so 8 damage.
8 damage total? Okay.
I thought you attacked twice.
I did attack twice, so there's 2. It rolled 3 d6s for
but
some reason.
There's a 6 and an 8, so that would be 14 damage total.
Oh, it looks really weird on my end.
Are you looking
Change
at
the
20 or are you
numbers.
looking at...
No, I'm looking at D&D Beyond. Maybe that's
Okay.
why. Okay, 6 and 8. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. D&D Beyond's lying to me.
Okay, so 14 damage total?
Yes.
Cool, I can just look at myself, but... Alright.
Kyle.
Alright, then this brings us to the crab. Although very much acknowledges the pain to its leg after you attack it, it kind of steps forward. You can see that it's almost like taking the weight off of it at this point, but it immediately just snaps its claw at Veridus in front of him.
Kill that man. Never have I ever rooted for a creature to kill an NPC. So bad.
Hey
All
man,
right.
we just recently established this was my brother.
Oh well.
Brother that's doing better at life than you.
I think I also established in the beginning of this session that I don't mind killing any of you.
I mean, as long as you don't kill Zephryn, I'm fine with whatever happens.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Oh, could you imagine?
I don't know how to
It's
write
like-
this.
It was all a dream.
This whole time
Nothing.
she's not actually Zephryn. She's like a changeling that had seen her.
Yeah.
Now we have 2 changelings.
Oh god, it's
Is it
Kadash's
total lie?
brother. And then making the hat they wear.
Plot twist. This is actually
completely
Kadaj's backstory.
Oh my god.
Twists and turns. All right. So the crab successfully snaps at Veridus. He tries to move away and repositions himself and gets hit on the arm bad. After it clamps, he is able to pull it out, which only does more damage, and successfully does 9 damage to Veridus.
How does he do it? How does he kill him?
how does he didn't kill him. He just clamped his arm, and then Varanus reacted by pulling away. Which brings us to Varanus' turn, who then, reactionary, knowing that this won't do nearly as much, ends up swinging his sword at the claw. So, much to his dismay, Varanus' swing misses. He's too caught up in his head about allowing the crab to attack him. He's very much just feeling like there's something in his head. He just like repositions himself after a swing and then gets back into a battle stance, almost as though the action didn't just happen.
That flip Vitris did a little, made him actually a little jealous.
Yeah, no, he's like, I gotta have more pizzazz.
Like, man, I thought it was all about efficiency, but no, you gotta have style.
Yeah. So, that being said, this great warrior just got bit by a crab that he just talked a lot of shit about being able to kill a few moments ago. So, that brings us to Kyle. It is Marinus' turn. What do you do to this monstrosity?
I'm gonna stab it in the face with glaive.
That's effective.
Yes.
It's super effective.
I got a 17.
It's regular effective.
Oh.
So that's a hit?
That's a hit, yes.
Woo, face stabbing. That is
My one weakness.
12 damage.
12 damage. Jeez. So, as you stab it in the face, it seems to not enjoy that. He lets out this, like, bubbly gasp, like the and like all these bubbles kind of protrude upward from his mouth as he is very obviously angered by this hit. Is that the end of your turn?
Oh yes, that is the end of my turn.
Elver, what would you like to do?
Oh boy, oh boy. I'm going to do something a little unorthodox here. I'm going to do Chromatic Orb on this thing. Here we go. But of course, it's be lightning because I'm not an idiot. Here we go. It's +4 to hit. Here we go. Okay, all right. All right, an 8. Yes.
With a +4? Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
That's Eddie's rules for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is completing character, so this is good.
Every single game, regardless of campaign, Eddie, like the one-shots we've done.
I'm the
doing great.
god. The literal lord of being awful at everything. Anyway.
Are you aware that this spell requires an orb,
Yes.
a diamond worth 50 gold? Do you have a 50 gold diamond?
I am a 50 gold
we don't
diamond.
track components here.
I
The
am a
that
50 gold
cost
diamond.
50 gold.
Kyle.
Yeah, the real diamond was in him all along.
That's why
That's
it didn't work, because he had like a fake
Just has-
diamond.
No.
What is this,
no
Cupid
It's like a shiny
zirconium?
rock.
I'm
So
not going to
kill
worry
it.
too much about the components. Maybe eating a diamond is how he learned to talk. I don't know.
Who cares?
So, you unsuccessfully, so far, our great fighter and our fantastic big deal talking eel are the only two that have missed. No, I guess Ryan did the second attack as well. All right, so this brings us to back to Ryan's turn.
Okay.
Ryan, how would you like to proceed?
So everybody's beside Zephryn's in the back with me, right? So everybody else is right up in his face. So what I do now, seeing as how Varanus, the eel, and the crab are all like next to each other, I quickly put my main hand sword into my offhand. I'm like holding them together, and I kneel down and I start to like rub my hand around in the sand in front of me, and I like do like a tornado motion, and then I go upwards really fast, and with that I cast Fog Cloud right at this thing's head, which is a big gust of the murky sand and stuff bursts up underneath him in a 20-foot sphere in its face, so it's going to capture everybody over there.
Okay. So that it does include Marinus.
Yes, it includes everybody over there.
Yeah, I'm just making sure there's that there are some innocent casualties to this.
I'm aware.
Okay,
aware.
I just
Wait, if you put a 20-foot radius sphere on its face, we
Yeah, it's a
established it's
radius
10
sphere.
feet. That includes you, and that includes the entire party.
It depends where he put. He could
Yeah,
have put the edge of
doing
it on
it.
his
I'm doing it
face.
enough so that I'm like not in it, obviously, but I'm putting it like over on that side to get you guys.
You said centered on his face, but sure.
Oh, Kyle.
Kyle, did you pass the bar?
What?
For being a rules lawyer? Did you pass the bar? I'm just curious.
Oh, absolutely.
Just wanted to make sure. Okay.
I wrote
That was good.
Okay.
And what a rare law joke. Okay, so you do it 2
Also-
feet in front of his face,
Also,
centered,
if
so that
it's-
way the
Just to clarify, if it's a 20-foot radius and I center it on his face and the thing's 10 feet tall, I'm going to be just at the edge of it anyways. So I know what I'm
At
doing.
its ass, it's 10 feet
I'm gonna
past you.
eat that ass.
Guys, I think Ryan is bad at math. That's what I'm getting here.
well, no, if it's 10 feet and it's 10 feet away, he would be just at the edge of it.
Yeah, I'd be right at the end of
kills
it.
Wasn't he,
But it's
wasn't
not.
he at? He wasn't 10 feet away though. He
No, no,
was at the crab.
No, I'm
No, but at
behind
the
it.
center point, it's if 10 feet in front and 10 feet behind the center point, he's saying that he would be
It's
like with.
20 feet in front. and
That's
20
not how
feet
a
Oh.
20-foot radius works.
Okay, no. Okay, yeah.
20 feet every direction from the point.
Okay, so
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
You're all
I do it.
bad
I do
at
it enough where I'm behind it.
he does it 20 feet past the crab.
Yeah.
The crab's
He
face
attacks
is
this
in the
lowly
cloud.
patch that's just 20 feet behind you guys, and then gets the crab in there. So okay, you attack the patch of dirt, and then Marinus, Elver, Zerinus, and the crab are now within range, and you and Zephryn are safely behind it.
So, anyways, everything that is inside of it is heavily obscured.
Dude,
All
we
right.
know how this works. We've done it before.
Recently, a month ago.
Or in the
Yeah.
future in the game.
This is where Zephryn learns this spell.
So that's a great idea. We should do that again in, I don't know, 18 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll get into the chronological order of her future from here, but I feel like it's
All right.
more than a couple weeks.
So, you guys are all blinded. You can't see and automatically fail any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and you have disadvantage on attack rolls. So I guess everything that
nothing.
attacks in there has disadvantage.
Okay.
Everything that attacks in there has disadvantage, but the things they're attacking they have advantage against, so it actually balances out to normal.
Well, no. I think
That's advantage and disadvantage. That
Yeah, they
equals out to
balance out
nothing.
normal. Yeah.
If you're fighting both of you within the fog cloud, it's normal.
no
That's
attack
alright.
rolls against the blinded creature.
But if we're all
So
blinded,
if you're in the cloud, fighting something in the cloud, you have advantage for attacking something in the cloud, and you have disadvantage because you're in the cloud. So you have advantage and disadvantage, which means you roll normal.
Okay.
We just established my rules lowering, okay?
Vitris just inks.
This was on the quiz or the test or whatever they do. Okay.
All that matters is Zephryn and I have advantage against everything in there.
Stab it.
Huzzah!
Oh wait, you can't. You cast the spell.
Zephryn could stab it.
Stab it.
I get to hack and slash at it, and they're not really stabby weapons.
You could stab someone with an axe, it'd just be incredibly insufficient. Or you just like drive it into them. Like, you know that
Got a little
scene
pointy
in
corner.
Endgame where like Thanos is just stabbing Thor with his own axe, just like pushing it in.
Yeah, let's not
Brutal
do
scene. Really zoomed in on that. Anyways, so it's your turn. You're gonna hack, slash, and or stab the crab.
Correct.
Ooh, stab the crab's way more fun. Stab the crab.
Well, we just established that would be inefficient.
We just a what?
We just established that
We just what?
stabbing it
Huh.
would be inefficient.
Established.
Nice.
I'm assuming a 10 didn't hit.
A 10 does not hit. You should try stabbing.
Oh, but I get advantage, right?
There you go.
Deal.
What about a 22?
Yes.
Does that
Misses.
hit?
A 20 first level character, so 22 does not hit. 22 hits.
Okay, there's the damage for that one. 6 damage.
6
and
damage.
then attack numero dos.
Where were you attacking him, by the way?
The leg.
The leg.
the leg. That's gonna be an 11, which didn't hit, but it's at advantage, so it's actually gonna be 12.
12 does not hit, unfortunately. The crab again starts to like readjust itself, looking. I guess you can't really see it. Don't worry about what the crab's doing.
Okay, cool. What are his legs doing?
They're just
I
kind
can
of
see his legs.
scuttling like a Pomeranian. He does like on the hot sidewalk, you know?
His poor little leggies.
Yeah, you're the one doing it. Oh, this poor guy. Stop
Poor
killing
Dot.
him. All right. This brings us to the crab, who is going to. Actually, I'm going to turn Kyle. They are all obscured within them. Will he know which one he is attacking then, given those rules? Oh, great rules lawyer.
DM Fiat. Pick. You can roll if you want, or just pick someone to stab it. He probably knows my general location, especially if my glaive is still in his face.
Yeah, you did stab him in the face, so he's going to favor you and snap at you.
Damn it. Lucky.
AC 16.
Okay. 18.
Right, that's a hit. Hey, do me a favor and deal less than 13 damage.
We'll see. So he snaps his claw at you, successfully grips at your torso briefly for a total of 7 damage, grabbing you around the side. Which then brings us to Zerinus' turn. Zerinus. To the other guy's turn. So, seeing that the focus has shifted from himself, he now takes this opportunity to follow in suit with you and also stab at his face. He lunges successfully, stabbing the great creature's face for a total of 6 damage. Again, very similar reaction where the crab kind of like bursts out with emotion, the bubbles kind of spurting from its face, and it just kind of like draws itself back as it takes a step backwards. All right. Which then brings us to your turn, Marinus.
Stab 2, the restabbing.
Electric Stabaloo.
There's a 16.
A 16 hits.
And another 12 points of damage.
All right.
On my glaive once again into his delicate crab face.
So, as your glaive punctures through the flesh of this crab, all of the fight within it is lost as it just collapses to the ground. You, Marinus, have successfully killed this crab, not only saving your party, but now completing the dwelling trials.
Yay, Meredith!
Yes! I can be a real paladin now! Abby will be proud of me!
So, but
You're
the
not
fog
only
cloud's
good
still
one,
up, right?
Baroness.
Marinus just kind of like sheaths his sword and says, would have been more proud if he'd done it while he was alive. Because he
He is
can't let you
alive.
have oh, sorry, do you say Daddy will be proud of me?
No, it said Pappy. That's what he refers
Oh.
to his great-great-great-great-great-grandfather as.
Yeah.
Who is still alive.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure their dad died when they were, like, super young.
All right. So, you've now killed this great creature. So, as I said before, it is customary that when someone completes the dwelling trials, that they then have a feast using the great creature as the bounty. So, Varanus just kind of goes, I guess that's dinner.
Meredith,
All right,
your new
let's-
house! How do we get this home?
No problem. Don't worry. I'll like wrap around and take one of his legs, just start pulling. Do I even need a roll? Like, this is not gonna work.
I suggest you always roll
Okay,
for flavor
so-
text.
If you roll a
Sure.
20, we can say how hard you try and how much it still doesn't work.
If I roll
Yeah.
a 20, it has to succeed.
No,
Yeah,
that's not how it works.
That's how it
Nat-
works.
Nat 20s can have hilarious consequences, but they do not necessarily always
12
benefit.
is 12 is how good do I try?
And so as you wrap around it, you're able to like lift like the dead limb from the creature. Like it's still attached, obviously, but you're kind of like pulling on it, and you genuinely feel like it's moving. But as the joint reaches its expanse, it stops, and you're just like, okay, well, somebody else.
So yeah, what I'll do, like literally, it's like I'll be like trying to pull like all my mics, like, and it's like easy. All right.
Hilarious to watch an eel do that. I bet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like
I bet.
keel over.
I like to think that he still uses his body as his like as his arms in order to like gesture outwards still.
Yeah, pretty much
So,
like
people
a
with his
Disney
tail.
character. Yeah, exactly. You know, as one does.
Wipes
Alright.
his forehead with the edge of his tail.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be sick. Yeah, let's have that. Yeah.
All right. With Marinus then completing the dwelling trial, we are going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a couple moments here. Let everybody kind of like shake off their legs and go grab a drink of water or whatever. Again, just want to say huge shout out to Session Zero Clothing, to Band of Badgers, and the Initiative Order. Ryan could post those links in the description below. They're a rad clothing company. We are offering a 10% discount with. If you type Crisis into the Session Zero Clothing site, you'll get 10% off your order. Band of Badgers are incredible content creators. Definitely check them out. And the Initiative Order are a great community for all things D&D related. Super great people in all of those groups. So definitely check them all out. And we will be back momentarily to find out what our fishy friends do with their great feast.
Yay.
Toodles.
We're live.
And we're back. Okay, so where did we leave off? The gang here just killed a giant crab, and thus completing Marinus's dwelling trials. He will now reside within this crab shell, and the entire town of Coral Ridge will now feast in celebration on the giant crab's meat.
All right, let's just haul this thing back. We're underwater. It shouldn't be that hard for, I was going to say 5 of us, 4 of us.
Zephryn will take out her rope that she definitely has this time.
Is this where your rope went?
Yeah, this is where her
why
rope
Zephryn
went.
doesn't have it.
Rope.
They're tying it up so that they can drag it.
Okay,
This
so
entire origin story is just how Zephryn didn't have rope in the first.
why you didn't have rope on the first episode. All right, so you end up the 4 of you end up pushing him over, and there's, I suppose, a ceremonial way to kind of hog tie this crab that I guess Vitress, Zephryn, and Baroness would have done in the past when they completed their dwelling trials, and you start to bring this back towards the Coral Ridge.
Vitress does not help.
Why?
Why would I? I probably make a point to say something kind of like snarky, like when I had my kill, I carried it back myself.
And Zephryn will go, mimit. What, you can't just be happy for your friend? Like, come on.
Vitress, maybe you should consider that we were literally sent out to get food, and this is food. It is currently your job to carry this.
I look at Elver and I say, I've been eyeing my food this whole time.
Yes, food for the clan, Vitress. For the clan.
Yes, the clan.
Again, meal
that
for
has,
4, meal for 50.
The clan that has been doing so much to aid us, to aid me. Well.
Yes, very likely has been.
I don't like it. You can leave.
Oh,
You can leave.
we'll
Wow.
we'll see.
I'm the DM and I'm watching this like, wow, what's gonna happen?
Marinus, though, I do believe that you should probably be the one taking the lead to pull this back in so that it looks like it was your kill.
I'm pulling the crab.
Yeah,
Thank you,
no,
though.
but you
Yes,
should be
I
at the
will
front.
take the lead. I am in charge here. Yes.
Well, no, hold on
I'll go
a
grab the
second.
front rope.
Oh, okay.
Albert, stop pretending you can carry the crab.
Well,
Alfred, do you want to ride the crab?
That does seem like a pretty prestigious position.
It's like your own chariot.
chariot, prestigious words. Anyway, I'll go on top of the thing. I'll go on top of the crab, and just almost like a cat, just
coil.
Coil. Yes, thank you. The English language is just an absolute nightmare. Anyway,
meant for
Especially for an
eels.
eel, just learning how to speak it.
it's not meant for eels. It's not meant for Eddie.
I think I'll start with E, so you know it's accurate.
Yes, exactly.
I think we need to call Eddie Ely from now on and
Oh,
just leave it at that.
Man, no. we drag the crab back to the place.
All right, so through your combined efforts, minus Vitress, I suppose,
Oof.
you end
What a
up
dick.
right. You end up bringing this crab directly into the center of Coral Ridge for everybody to kind of come out and start congratulating you. Everybody's kind of like looking like to like whom like to the group and be like, oh, Marinus, was it you? And everybody's just kind of coming out like shaking their hand, like patting you
Yes.
guys on the back.
It was I. I laid low the beast with a humble thrust of my glaive.
I feel like I'm going to meet somebody kind of like you in the future.
I like how Marinus talks the way Elodius writes.
Yeah.
Elodius is very much like, and thus with the mighty thrust of his glaive. And Marinus is like, and thus with the mighty thrust of my glaive.
Zephryn's gonna tell this story to Elodius later so that he can write it down.
This Baroness guy, he's absolute hero material. I must write stories of him.
So, the war chieftain steps out. This is the same person who had initially sent you on this excursion in the first place. And it was kind of like over the rest of the crowd. This guy says, "And what do we think we're celebrating?" He just kind of like looks back towards Marinus.
Well, we've brought food, and on the side, I have also completed my dwelling quest. I forget the word. Not in character, out of character, I forget the word.
Dwelling trial.
Dwelling trial. A simple aside, for it was very early in our quest, we can still have much time that we can go to gather more food.
Yes, you will be going out to gather more food. This is great for today, and we will feast, and we will acknowledge your achievement. But what about tomorrow? We don't have nearly enough food for everybody else. I need to get back out there.
You always want more.
Because we always need more. He kind of aggressively like swims towards you. Is now within like aggressively. No, he walks.
Well, you
I
see,
can't do
Beatrice,
this.
I very much enjoyed eating food yesterday, and I'd like to do it tomorrow too.
Thank you, Marinus. He just kind of like looks back towards you. It's like we constantly ask for more because we constantly need more. He's within like inches of your face at this point. Like he's being attempting to be very intimidating at this point.
And you send out your lackeys to go and do it for you? Why don't you go out and get food?
I've gone out to get food for the past 80 years.
But you should be providing for your people, yes?
We provide for each other.
I feel as though Marinus here should be the only one to eat his kill.
The whole thing?
I don't think I can eat this much crab if I'm being
Just imagine Elver at the top, just like the whole thing.
Poking his head over like a dog who just heard the word walk. What? He just looked at you and he's like, did you not enjoy the bounty of all these others here when they had brought home theirs?
I wouldn't say enjoyed.
But you partook. And now, as a hypocrite, you want to do no work but still relish in the excess of others.
Oh no, I'm going to get my own meal.
Then go out and get it.
Hold on.
How far away is Elver?
He's on the crab.
This is fucking my backstory.
Beatrice killed the elder, and Zephryn's just like, oh, I never mentioned my elder actually died.
Yeah, I actually do have an arch enemy underwater.
And I will say, okay. I will. And I turn and walk away.
Walk. Yes, walk before anybody corrects that. Just,
Don't worry. Don't worry, everyone. For Marinus and Varanus together shall bring forth more food such as this.
Varanus just starts walking and says, shut up and bring a net this time.
Zephryn's like...
I have a blanket, it hurts. Does anyone have a net I can buy? I have like 9 gold.
I'm just
There's
talking
nets.
fish.
There's communal nets that you can grab.
It's communal.
grab
It's
a
like the
net.
little umbrella like baskets outside of stores.
Yeah, there's
nets
just
everywhere.
a net barrel. And a gross barrel. So yeah.
Do you think we
Vitrus-
can stop at the healer first?
It's just someone standing there with like magic, just like boop. The most efficient medical system, if you ask me.
Yeah.
It's coming from a Canadian, so.
Does that mean we're full health?
Yes, there would be someone in town who could heal the damage. So yes, you would be back up. I think you were the only one. Yeah, you and Varanus were the only ones hit.
We each got clamped once. I was at less
The
than
clamps.
half.
Yeah.
Presumably Varanus was also at less than half.
About half. Yeah.
Oh, well, he has a lot more health than me.
That being said, yeah. So Vitrus, you caused a little bit of a scene in the village. This is something that would have definitely rubbed Zephryn, Marinus, and Varanus the wrong way. Elver, very much, I don't assume, would care. I don't want to like say that this is how your characters are feeling, but I just as far as like the social economics of the tribe go, that's kind of how the general consensus of the populace would be.
I believe we established it did rub Elver the wrong way when it suggested that only
The whole
Marinus
thing!
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, Vitrus started walking off back towards the uncharted depths of the ocean, and Varanus is kind of following in suit. Not so much as in a point of agreement, but just like that's where the fish are. So.
He's following after me? Like, not directly to follow me, like you just said, but he's...
Yeah, he's following you. Let's say he goes not immediately after you, but he's 15 feet behind you.
Okay.
Okay. The rest of you are going back out to food?
Yes, but with nets.
With nets. They kind of look back up at Elver and just be like, and make sure to accompany them. You know these waters well. And just kind of like throws it away unconvincingly. Just like, Elver, you better make sure they go the right way. That's you, Elver.
Oh, sorry. I had read a message. Yeah, no, don't. Sorry, hold on. Yes, indeed. I will lead them the correct way every single time because I am indeed, as you know, a talking fish, and automatically mean I'm just the greatest. And then I was like whispered to anyone's like, what? Where did he say we're going? What?
Just out in search of more food.
Yes. That I knew. I was testing you. Good job. You have appeased your lord, Elver, the talking fish. Come along, minions. We shall go.
And perhaps Elver will get more than one shrimp this time.
Well, you know, I only really wanted to get food for me. I don't really. Let's just go. Let's just go. I command you.
So your lord has commanded you. Vitrus and Varanus have very much led the way. And you guys are kind of following behind at this point. So where's your destination in mind, Vitrus? What's your goal currently?
I was going to do something totally different until you said that Varanus was following me.
Okay.
So I think I'm just kind of walking. I don't really have a goal. I don't have a destination.
Okay, so you're just kind of walking aimlessly. Would you go back down towards the anglerfish, back down towards the shrimp? Where is it that you're intending on going?
I think... I don't know. I think I want to, like... I think I realize that they're following me, and instead of putting up a fight, I calculate everything that's happening, and I slow down, and I say to Varanus, so you're just going to march and kill like your king commands you to? He snaps his fingers and you go do what you're supposed to do?
He just kind of like looks at you and looks back towards the route in which he's walking. He says, I'm going to go get my pack. I'm going to go find some more food. I'm going to bring it back to the same town that has done the same for me. They've provided me with food, and now it's my turn to provide them.
And how long is this going to last? Is this the life that you want to be locked into? Day in and day out?
It's the life I was given.
And you want nothing more than that? You want to just repeat the same journey to go catch shrimp and crabs and bring it back to the undeserving people of this community?
He just kind of like shrugs it off. He's like, what else is there? And just kind of like picks up the pace to walk a bit faster.
I look longingly into the dark ocean and I go to myself, what else is there?
Man,
Okay, I so badly want Zephryn to come up and be like, "Have you heard about storms? They're out there."
What is the experience of a storm like underwater? Like, what is the connection? Do you want to see a storm? Like, you want to see the crashing of the waves? You want to see the lightning strike from above?
Yeah, she wants to go above water to see a storm. She's only heard about it in like tales and writings and from like people that have gone from their community to the surface and back. But she's fascinated by it. That's like her whole shtick is storms. She wants to see one in person.
Okay.
If you're under the water during one, it just kind of goes whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Yeah, it's just like done.
Yeah. What was that?
Yes, storm.
All right.
And then you think it's calm, and then all of a sudden it's like whoosh, 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 whoosh again.
Being thrown in a washing machine.
Yes. No, that's relatable. Don't worry about why.
What is the leader's name? Or like his title? I don't need his name. His title?
But he's a war chieftain.
War chieftain? Okay.
Yeah. His name's Dayrune, but that's you don't need that. So, Varanus is very much kind of tracing back the same path that you had traveled earlier. He's going back to get his pack that he had left behind before the kill. Vitrus, does this change your path at all, or you're still staying in tandem with the group?
It does stay. It changes my plan a little bit, but I want you to know that now that they're all together, I am actively stalking my prey as my favored. What the hell is that called?
Favorite enemy?
Favorite enemy is beasts. So I'm now stalking Elver as we continue on.
Okay.
Not like I'm like classically cartoony stalking him, but like
Oh yes, you are.
definitely like I'm walking in tandem with them and just like ready at any minute to just slice this thing in half.
You're doing like the high knees, despite the fact that you're swimming. So
Walking.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Too
try
much
to
this
lead
whole
them.
other dimension that I have to focus on now. Can't do it. Okay.
I'm gonna try to lead them back to the shrimp because that's what I really want. That's the end goal.
Well, that's where Varanus's pack is. So.
Oh, perfect. That's just convenient. Perfect. Let's just go there then. Time for shrimp again.
Elver, maybe let us catch the shrimp first because then we can catch more at once. Although your lightning was very impressive.
Thank you. Yes, you can do that. Yes. Servants. Yep.
Okay.
You. So dumb. All right, and we keep going. Do the thing.
To the thing.
Okay.
No.
Inward bound. Okay. So, Varanus stops abruptly and kind of like looks back and forth, and all he utters is just, "My pack." Just like darts his eyes around confusingly. It's not where he left it.
Well, maybe when the crab came out, it's
wait,
swooshed it away.
is the surface person still around?
So he dropped it when you initially saw the shrimp, and you had started walking forward. So it wouldn't have been the crab that had
Swooshed it away.
swooshed it away. It would have been just some other swooshing mechanism, perhaps. And so, Marinus, you want to check for who said they want to check for the surface dweller?
I did. Yes.
Okay. So, you start making your way back towards where you had initially seen the crab. You kind of survey the areas. You're kind of like retracing your steps. Like, okay, I was here. Something came out from under the ground. That's where it would have been. And you look over to the area where you assume the body would be. You make your way over to find it laying there, face up, but the helmet is removed, revealing the face of a middle-aged human male.
Hmm.
Well, we know someone was here because we did not take the helmet off.
Maybe Elver really did loosen it.
That's probably what happened. That's what I assumed, of course. And the waves just simply carried it off because I'm so great that even the waves follow my command.
And then just placed it gently next to him.
Exactly. That's one. Yep, that makes sense.
I want to poke his face.
As squishy as he.
Yeah, I was kind of waterlogged as his human.
So you start poking at him, and again, you can tell that like he still maintained a lot of the color in his skin. He doesn't look very bloated or anything like that. This is very much someone who was probably alive yesterday.
I don't think he took off his own helmet.
There's no shrimp around, right? Like just crazy thought. And then, where's the shrimp? That's why I'm here.
Elver doesn't care.
Yeah. Swarm of shrimp working in tandem, so like they just kind of cartoon turn into a shape and grab things.
You've seen Finding Nemo, right? They just kind of like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they're shrimp, but same fish, different.
Shrimp.
Yeah, same ocean, different fish. So there are those colonies of shrimp kind of returned. They're kind of scuttling away from wherever you guys are, but they're still nearby.
Okay. I'll like kind of tell the party, I'm like, oh yes, good. They're over there. Go get the shrimp. Serve them to me. Go now. Do it. Do the thing.
Varanus has very much wavered from the rest of the group, and is now just kind of like glancing around looking for his pack.
Fuck his pack. Eat the shrimp. Do you not see it?
Yes, Elver, we'll get the shrimp. Hang on.
But I'm hungry. Okay.
We're always hungry.
There's likely someone around, though. Perhaps we can find tracks. Hey, Dylan, can I search for underwater tracks?
Underwater tracks.
Yes, underwater tracks.
From other creatures that were walking underwater.
Yes. Roll investigation.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is a whale nearby?
Probably a nice one. Yes. I rolled an 8.
Nice.
Do I find the whale?
You see what are some footprints in the ground, but then you quickly realize that the shape of the footprints very much matches that of the armor-like body you just seen. So you're just like, oh, that was just that guy. And that's all you find. That and a nearby whale, I guess. Right.
Start speaking whale. Like, have you seen anyone?
Elver is right about one thing. We need to get the shrimp before the whale does. The whale eats way more than us. He won't leave any leftovers.
Good. We're on the same page, as I am a genius and saw the whale a long time ago and definitely knew that we should get it first. Yep, that is what happened. Anyway, go do the thing. I command you. Go. Scurry now. And my little flipper, my little
Whale?
tail.
You have
The
one
English
appendage.
language is
You
a
have one
hard thing.
appendage.
Yes, the what? Yes. Yep.
So those of you with nets that are attempting to catch the shrimp, as an action, the only roll I think I'm going to make you attempt is stealth to see if you can get close enough to these shrimp without making them scurry away.
Yes,
Boy,
I have
that's
disadvantage
gonna be
on
bad.
Good. The hunters are really good at this.
So currently, let's say roll perception, and this is going to dictate how many colonies you see around you.
Okay, well, I rolled stealth first, and that was
We'll
a
go off
6.
of the highest roll.
I rolled a 17 for perception.
Oh, 1 second, mine's...
Hey, is this frozen?
Is it? Are you
Oh,
frozen?
I
It
saw
was
the,
for a second.
I got it.
video,
I got
so
a 10
presume
for
it is good.
perception.
I'll roll my
Okay, I just need you to know that it keeps
I got a
jumping
14
around,
for stealth.
but it just keeps doing it on like the least attractive faces anybody could make. So I hope you guys can hear because it just froze on my end.
Oh, we can hear. It's just the video.
Yep.
We're surviving. Yeah, I got 17 perception, 14 stealth. I rolled
Dylan.
2 14s for the disadvantage.
Nice.
Yikes. Dylan, you gotta do that thing that when it freezes, you gotta take off your shirt.
Take it
Remember?
off an article of clothing.
Yeah, remember that?
I think he might actually not be able to hear us now.
No, he's frozen now.
Yeah, he's full gone.
He
Uh-oh.
hasn't moved.
And so how are you doing, audience? You know, I know you can't reply, but hello.
Hello.
It's been a while. Are you
Oh,
doing
we lost
You
Dylan
left chat.
altogether.
Now
Oh,
this
boy.
screen is all messed up.
So
I'm gonna throw us on. Be right back.
Okay.
Cool.
We'll be back after
Hey.
these messages.
Don't go anywhere. we are back and we're ready to
All right.
rock and roll, and no more.
Yeah, sorry
connection
about that.
issues.
The internet, the fiber optics in my whole complex is messing up apparently. So that's great. I love that for us. We were just about to make a perception check. I believe Marinus rolled a 17 to see how many colonies of shrimp they saw nearby.
Yes.
Okay, so in your immediate vicinity, you see 7.
Okay.
And then in order to catch them, I was going to make you rely on stealth rolls to see if you scared them away.
Right. For the stealth roll, I got a 14.
14. Zephryn?
6.
6. All right. So, Zephryn, you immediately just like disturb the water around you and scare away the first colony with 6 remaining. Whereas Marinus, you are able to catch about 80% within your net before they run off, swim off.
Nice. So I got a net full of shrimp, and we have a 5 colonies left to pick from.
Yes, you have an indiscriminate amount of fish with you. Elver is unable to, as he does not have hands, and Vitrus, I don't know if you're currently in the helping mood. What are you doing while they're catching these shrimp? Varanus is very much wandered off.
Where did Varanus go? Actually, first, I was initially going to, while they're watching the shrimp, I was going to use that as my moment to kill the eel. But now that I realize that Varanus has wandered off, where did he go?
Almost seemingly aimlessly, just looking around for his pack. He's now, you can see him kind of turning behind. It's very much open area, but there's obstructions and obscurities in the way, like standing rocks or like these vibrant plants obscuring the path. And he had just turned behind one and has left everybody's line of sight.
I go after him.
Okay. Knowingly, or are you making it more of a like sneaking approach?
I think I'm not like rushing off. I don't want to draw attention to the others, but I think I want to, like, for game terms, stealth away from the party, but not stealth actively towards him, if that makes sense.
Okay. They're kind of focused on the fish.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So you're continuing behind Varanus. What kind of you're kind of rushing towards him in a sense that like you're no?
I'm not rushing towards him. I'm just
Okay.
I want to keep him in my line of sight.
Oh, sorry. What I mean, not rushing like running after him, but you're trying to like keep pace with him.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of start off speedy, and then when he's back in your line of sight, you're just kind of following him.
Yeah, I guess like a loose follow, almost as if like you were like in a movie where you're following somebody in a car, but you're staying back like 6 cars just so they don't know that you're there. So I guess at this point I am kind of like being stealthy.
All right. We'll get back to that in a second. Marinus and Zephryn, would you like to make another attempt at catching with your shrimp?
Yes.
Marinus, what do you do with the shrimp currently in your net?
I'm gonna like tie that net up so they can't escape. And,
Okay.
I don't have another net, so I have this bunch of shrimp, and that's all I got.
Okay.
Oh, Zephryn will offer her backpack. You could like dump the shrimp in the backpack. We could tie it, and then you would have another net.
Or, better
That's what I'm
plan,
thinking, Zephryn.
we dump the shrimp in my mouth.
No.
You can eat like 1 shrimp before you're full.
Then you're full for like
but
an
I
hour.
want more.
Well, maybe we'll pick one out for you.
I'm gonna like reach between like the nets and like try and like catch 1 shrimp and give it to Elver.
I'll eat it, but like
Begrudgingly.
Okay. Yeah, begrudgingly.
Begrudgingly eat shrimp. Okay.
And then the rest I'll put in that backpack.
In the backpack.
Okay. All right. So now your net is free again, but if you attempt to do that again, we're gonna have to make some kind of roll to see if any of them escape.
All I can picture is like a backpack just like wiggling around on Zephryn's back.
Just like take it and like smack it on the ground.
Die!
That's true. If you smash it enough, all of them will be dead and they can't escape.
Is that how Zephryn's origins? Is that how she starts to like using hammers? Smacking is just the most efficient way.
I don't hate this idea.
Yeah.
It's the best way to end a fish's life.
Bam!
Bam!
The smacky fish.
This is why she smacks people's hands too.
Yes. It's proven effective. All right. So make your next stealth rolls.
Ooh boy.
All right. Let's get one that's not going to be as high because that's very unlikely to happen.
This is that was almost much worse. That's an 18.
Oh, that's much better.
Not natural, but
You got a 1?
yeah.
All right. Zephryn, you successfully catch the entirety of one of the colonies of shrimp. Nothing seemed to be able to scuttle away. Marinus, you scared one of them into another one, which caused them to run off as well.
Double failure.
Yeah. So that's 2,
There's 2
3,
left.
4, 5. There's 2 left, yeah.
Well, you still have an empty net.
I do.
I mean, I
So-
could just smash
you know
these shrimp too.
Zephryn,
Oh, we are smashing the shrimp, okay. Just a couple quickly.
He's much easier to put back into the backpack. Just gotta keep them from floating away instead of swimming away.
Yeah, there you go. Which is much easier to handle. The autonomy of swimming is so more complicated part of it.
Perhaps this is something more up your alley, Zephryn. Why don't you go for the next batch too?
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Hey, you have a +0. I have a -1 in disadvantage.
Oh, okay, yeah, it is a little bit more up her. Yeah, so she will. Yeah. Do you want to still try with your net? Are we emptying Zephryn's net? Or what are we doing?
I guess if you empty your net, we can each try once more, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're gonna kill some shrimp, and then we're gonna empty them back into the backpack, and keep them from floating back out. And then we've got 2 empty nets, and we're both gonna give it a go. Right?
Okay.
You go first, so I can't scare 2 colonies again. If there's only 1 colony, I can't scare 2.
But what if I scare the colonies?
Okay, so we both go.
On 3.
1, 2, 3. Roll.
I got a 6.
Oh, I got
If
a
I
14.
didn't have- If I didn't have disadvantage, that would have been much better.
So Kyle, you ended up scaring them away again. Just doesn't seem to be your lucky day. Zephryn, you've managed to get another 80% of these shrimp as the others kind of swim scurry off into the distance. And that is the entirety of the shrimp. You now have filled your backpack to the brim with shrimp, and then some. What would be, a decent day's catch, but it's definitely not enough to feed the entirety of the town. At this point, Vitris, you're following Varanus as he continues to kind of weave through this seemingly growingly more obscure terrain. As he continues to walk, his pace is picking up a fair bit, and he's going between these plants and behind all these rocks, and almost like strategically like serpentining through them.
As a ranger, I continue to track and hunt and follow.
Okay. As you continue to follow him, roll perception really quick.
I rolled from 18 to 4, so 8.
Sorry, you rolled. Oh, it cocked.
Yeah, but my passive is 14.
That's 14. As you're following him, you can hear after he disappears behind another obstruction that there's no sound of motion or anything from him swimming through the water, I guess.
Okay. I want to take out both my swords and kind of like put my back up to where like the colorful, coral or whatever the hell it is, and kind of peek around the corner.
So as you look around, you can't quite see the full image of what's happening, but you do see a blade sticking out through Varanus' stomach. Somebody from the other side had stabbed through his body.
And I can't see what the other person looks like?
Not from the obstructions in your way, no.
I think I wait and I stay where I am and I keep watching.
So all you see is the blade pulled out from inside him, and then as the people who had done the murders stand over the body, you see two spear-wielding Lokatha standing over him.
Hell yeah, I do, dog.
They kind of silently gesture to each other about the body as they prop it up and start patting it down.
I keep watching.
From what you can tell, they're merely just looting this body. They're checking for anything of value. They're checking around his neck, which you assume is for necklace. They're looking at his hand for rings. They're going in anything that looks like an entryway, like a pocket. A pocket's an entryway now. An entryway for goodies and surprises. It doesn't look like it was anything out of malice, but they're just patting him down, taking anything they can really find off of him.
I really think I just kind of keep watching, and I stay hidden, I stay quiet, and if they come in my direction, I want to swim away, like dash swim back towards the others.
Okay. They don't. Or you know what? Here, let's make this easier for everything. Roll stealth. You're peering around the corner slightly. Your eyes may catch a glimmer from the sun above, or moon. We did not distinguish.
It's only an 8 because I got disadvantage because my armor.
Okay, so you end up locking eyes with one of the Lokatha as you're peering around the edge. And
actually, I don't swim away. I have an idea. I have a different idea. But
okay.
I lock eyes with them.
Yeah, you lock eyes with them, and he kind of like nudges the other one as they hold up their spears and just like kind of like they don't move towards you, but they kind of like jerk their bodies forward as if they're like what's up, you know?
I slowly come around the corner and I put both of my swords away. And I say, can you understand me?
He just goes, yes.
You've taken my kill.
They just kind of look down at him. This is not one of yours? As in your people.
He is of my people, but I don't travel with this one, no.
She just kind of like looks at you quizzically with, that's a word, yeah? He looks at you confused, basically. I don't know of many Triton communities around here.
Well, our community is just a few doggy paddles south. I don't know what. I don't know what we would say.
Roll persuasion. A few leagues? Leagues? I guess that's
know.
Air breather.
Pretty long.
I say whatever the right word would be.
Yeah.
They're probably not. 'Cause you just got a 5.
It's a 5, but what am I persuading out of curiosity?
That you're not from the same residence, essentially.
So would that be a deception?
Sure. Let's say deception then.
That's not any better. 7.
7. They kind of notice that there's some similarities to your dress, kind of like very similar materials, which from here shows the localization of your people.
Mm-hmm.
So they just kind of like look at him and then look at you and then kind of give you this knowing look like, come on, buddy. They don't say anything, but you can tell that they didn't buy it.
What didn't they buy?
That you're not from the same settlement as them.
That's not what I said. I said I wasn't traveling with him.
Oh, okay. I completely misheard what you were trying to say.
Yeah,
there.
no, I was, I think I've made it clear that I was going to end up killing this guy at some point. So I think I think I'm being relatively truthful.
Okay, I thought you were trying to say, like, I don't know this guy, I was just going to kill him.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I said he's of my people. Basically, I'm saying, like, I'm not traveling with him in the sense of, like, we're not buddies, like, we're not friends, like...
Okay, that brings us back a little bit. I just want to pause really quickly, because this is happening at the same time. You're being kind of questioned by these two Lokatha.
Yeah.
Zephryn, Marinus, and Elver. You now notice at this point that your party is now 2 people shy, which is concerning because, 1, where did they go? And 2, they had nets that could catch more fish.
We've caught all we can here, and we've filled that backpack. So I believe it's best we go find the rest of our group.
Yeah, where did your brother go?
I do believe he was looking for his backpack, so wherever that might be.
I guess so.
He was just searching for it.
We can just go find him really quick, and then we can go and go back to worshiping me, because I'm talking fish.
I think we need more fish, though, because this isn't going to be enough.
Well, it's...
What do you mean? It's enough for me. This lasts me at least a week.
Probably more than that, with your small stature.
Yeah, exactly. So, mission accomplished. Did it.
But it's not for you. It's for the village.
Well, we can worry about getting more fish after we find the others. We'll need their help in that anyways.
Right. But only because it gives me more fish.
Did anyone see what direction they went?
Nope.
No, I was concentrating on the shrimp.
Hold on. I'm going to use my special fish abilities, as I am very good at this. And I'm going to try to roll whatever I need to roll to help try to find these guys.
Survival?
Would that be survival,
Investigation?
DM?
Yeah, I guess so, if you're tracking him.
Here I go. Yeah.
Oh boy, that's
a
a
5.
great roll.
As
So-
expected. An amazing roll again.
Your character's quite confident. You're like, I know exactly where he went, and you point in the opposite direction. They
Perfect.
were heading west, you pointed east.
Yes.
Before you even said he pointed the opposite direction, I was going to make a joke of just being like, let's just go the opposite direction of what he said.
Perfect. It works out. So that way, this way is the correct way, and no other way makes any sense.
He's probably wrong. Let's go the other way.
What?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yes, I am right. Thank God. So I can go.
Yeah.
This doesn't feel too metagamey. All right, so just before I continue with Vitris here, what do you guys do?
I guess essentially try to track them. Should we also make some survival rolls?
Yeah, roll survival to see if you
Do I even dare?
can test Elver, I suppose.
I got an 11.
I got a nat 20.
Well, there you go.
Leave it to the cleric to.
She's not a cleric yet.
What? Well, you're not.
She's a ranger right now.
So
What?
you find some evident signs of where they may have traveled. Just if they were walking, you see footprints in the sand. Not the one that means.
Taste
but,
the water.
Yeah,
That way.
that one. So you start walking the opposite direction. So Vitris, these Lokatha are continuing to question you. And they're like, so what are you still doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. Where is the rest of your hunting party? Your people?
Our pack is not far behind.
What tribe do you hail from?
I really want to say Montfilet, but I think you're going to hate me if I do.
I would argue that they're not like murderers, so there would have to be a reason for it. But it's your call. You're the DM.
So I'm going to not mess up your origins in the midst of Zephryn's origins, but I want it to be as good of a joke as salmon fillet.
Okay.
So I gotta think here for a second.
Flame Mignon.
I love you. You're from the Mignon tribe.
Tight. The Mignon tribe. Aren't you a little out of your waters?
We reside not far from here. Our outreach has grown and expanded with the promise of new food and shelter on the horizon.
And what did this one do to you?
We don't trust those who we do not know.
But you've
What did this one do to you?
I don't trust those that I know too much about.
It feels as though we had done you a favor.
In return, I'm going to do you a favor. I would get going in the other direction. His allies are not far behind, and your secret is safe with me.
I'm
And
deciding if I want you to roll something.
as a sign of faith, or as a sign of like trust,
Goodwill.
yeah, as goodwill, I take out my sword, and I hold up like one hand as if like I'm not gonna hit you, and I go up and I jam it in his back.
Oh, you literally like approach him and stab him in the back.
Yeah.
I believe he means Varanus. He stabs Varanus in the back.
Yeah. No, I know. You literally stabbed his people in the back. I like it. All right. I'm going to. I like the texture of that interaction. So I'm just gonna say they kind of nod to you and they swim off the other way. At this point, Zephryn's again vast array of skills has saved the party, and she ends up finding Vitrus standing in front of a dead Baroness.
With his sword in its back.
I think I dramatically wait for you guys to kind of come around the corner to pull it out.
Javelin.
Do you attack Vitrus?
Did he just pull a sword out of my brother?
He did.
Then yes, javelin from 30 feet
Man,
away.
wow. Okay.
Do we roll initiative?
I don't know.
You have, I think you're throwing it, so you have disadvantage, right?
Javelins do not have disadvantage thrown underwater.
Really? Hell yeah.
Yes.
Wild.
Javelins don't, spears don't, crossbows don't have disadvantage as a ranged attack underwater.
It's just
I literally
like bows
geared myself
and shit,
out
right?
with underwater weapons.
Nice.
All right. So,
Hell yeah.
I guess Kyle rolled a hit. Man, it's 6 o'clock. Okay,
20.
Yeah, I'm ordering myself food right now, so.
Yeah.
I'm assuming a 20 hits.
It does, yeah, sorry. 16 is my AC.
9 points of damage.
All right. Before we go into initiative, I guess what is the general reaction here, all of you?
Zephryn probably hasn't pulled out her weapons just yet, but her hands are on her axes, just confused by the situation.
Elver.
I think it's like, oh man, he killed one of his people. I'm hungry.
No.
Yeah, like
Just goes to go eat the
but
Baroness.
at the same time, I think he would be doing self-preservation. So I would assume he would attack with the idea, it's like, oh, kill him before he kills me. Kill me first, please. All right. Anyway, yeah, he'll probably attack Vitris.
All right, and Vitris, I guess, are we rolling initiative?
I mean, that's going to be your call, because as soon as I get hit with a javelin, it's a fucking... It is... Sorry. Hey, Mom, if you're watching, sorry for swearing. But it's a heavy hit, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think he's been calculating this whole time enough to know that he's not going to be able to kill these three. Or, I guess, two. And he's been very... specific about the way he's been doing things, and in retaliation, instead, I think I turn and I throw both my swords on the ground, and I say, I'm not going to fight you, and I'm not even going to try to attempt to make you understand what has just happened here, because I don't think you're going to listen with reason.
This has been a shocking turn of events.
And I fall down. I fall down to one knee. And I say, your best bet and smartest way out of this is to take me
in.
All right, how do you guys react to Vitris offering himself to the fullest extent of water law?
I believe that the rules of nature apply here, and I'm not, and according to my rules of nature, because I am indeed, as you know, a talking fish. I say the rules here. Yeah, thank you. I'll say it's up to you, Marinus, because it is your kin. As says
Okay. Okay, odds is furious rage.
What? Ooh.
It's evens.
Oof.
What possible explanation could you have for pulling your sword from the corpse of my brother?
It's nice to know that this is how he'd react. That they'd react if I were killed. So I hope this is.
Dylan, calm yourself. This is in character.
He wouldn't throw a javelin for you.
Yeah, for one, I probably wouldn't have a javelin.
And he'd be like, "Oh, thank God."
I want to just say that one time Kyle did in fact protect his household and scare away an intruder using a broadsword. That is something that happened that we'll discuss later.
It was a bastard sword.
What?
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, so that's fucking.
Someone
awesome.
broke into his house and he fought them off with a bastard sword. We'll talk about that later.
So
They fought them off.
We will.
Yeah.
I don't say anything other than look down at the sand and just say, I don't think you would even believe me if I were to tell you the truth. I know he was your kin, and I apologize for your loss. But
I'd like to roll an insight check.
There's just nothing else that I can say.
This is crazy meta. Please do, yes. Not meta gaming, but like the opposite. I don't know.
Yeah. Zephryn is like, something's not adding up here. But she, not really, because she just rolled, she got three on that insight check.
So, you're kind of just taking it at face value. You're having a hard time processing it. The only thing really going in your head right now is like, these people need fish Jesus. Something is going on. And this is how you decide to be the cleric.
We're just trying to feed people.
But yeah, so yeah, but in all the seriousness, yeah, you can't quite comprehend what is happening, so you can't quite make sense of it.
Well, do we bring him in or do we? Oh my God, sorry.
Sorry, Elver, is this boring you?
Probably.
Yeah. Do we take him in? Yes. No. Maybe so.
What is our fish law
Yes. What do
on
you want to do? Do
murder?
you want to
bring
see
him
if
to
he...
stand trial before the clan?
The crab clan. All right. Okay. Yeah, we should tie him up with rope, Zephryn.
Well, my rope is on the giant crab.
Oh.
I
What?
hand you my net to tie him up with, and I
Perfect.
go over to Varanus's body.
Back to beginnings.
I use lay on hands to see if it works.
Ruh-roh.
To heal him 1 point.
Oh.
He failed death save. He's dead.
Oh, darn.
Just for convenient writing purposes.
Yep.
Zephryn's never had to net Triton before. She's very confused by what goes where.
You just kind of like roll it up like a snake, and then like tie it around his arms in a very unconvincing knot.
Cuff.
Yeah.
Cuffed him with it.
Yeah. Like the laziest BDSM. Like you just kind of like phoned it in.
And I say, you can use my net to help carry your brother back.
Well, that's awfully
Pick
nice.
him up in my
of you.
arms, and I'm like, I can do fine without your help.
Do we notice more than one wound?
So, Kyle, I guess roll perception as you pick him up.
And being that close to your face?
Well, I mean,
Well,
in
let's
mourning, it
pretend
does.
17.
Grief does crazy things.
It does.
You see that there is, in fact, a mark through his body on his stomach, as well as. Would you have stabbed through his back, or would there be just into his back? Because a spear went through his body.
Was he on the ground?
He was on the ground, yes.
So, probably...
So he was leaning forward. He was propped up so they could, like, loot him. So he was kind of like, he was sitting on the ground leaning forward, because he obviously couldn't hold himself
Probably
up.
through.
Through? Okay,
Yeah.
so you can see that...
Would I be able to tell the difference between a spear wound and a sword wound?
We'll say that you can tell that they are of different sizes.
Vitrus. One of these wounds is not of your weapon.
I told you you're not going to believe me even if I told you the truth.
What truth were you trying to hide?
Not trying to hide anything. Just take me back to the war chief and I will tell them all the story.
If there's someone around here who murdered my brother, why do you hide it?
It was my blade that came out last. It was my kill.
This is really intense, guys. I'm having a lot of fun.
Which
Can
I
I,
guess
like,
technically if he was making death saves would have been true.
Yeah, because stabbing someone who's making death saves is automatically 2 failures.
Can't wait for Zephryn to tell this story in her smoker voice later.
Well, anyways, you know how it was. Watching this guy carry back his dead brother.
She's got quite the accent now.
Yeah, apparently she's from Brooklyn.
He sounds like soup bones. If soup bones.
I look at Zephryn and I just say, take me back. Take me back to the leader.
Baroness, whether he did the final blow or not, he still needs to stand trial for this.
So does whoever else stabbed him.
Can I look around to see if anybody else is around?
Yeah. You can
Got
do
it.
whatever you like.
Those friggin' fish didn't go anywhere.
What would you like me to roll, though, Dylan?
Perception.
Okay. Like, can you tell me what to do?
They're just like sitting there like 30 feet away.
Yeah, just
You're
saying.
like, I don't want to get in trouble.
That's a
Like,
12.
hi.
As you dart your eyes around, you can't see anything else humanoid that could have aided in this. There's various fish and
Dylan,
other things, but nothing that could wield a weapon.
Dylan, can you please paint me a word picture of our journey from where we live to where we are. Like, what does the scenery look like?
So,
Because you said it's like a ridge, right?
so Coral Ridge takes place between these two like mountainous ridges in a trench where the Triton were originally hiding out, but then built a community around. Upon exiting this trench, you can either go down into this deep cavern where the anglerfish, it's called Blind Man's Crag. You can go down there to catch with the anglerfish and the viperfish. It's a dark, unlit area. Or if you venture past that and move past the ridge, you go into this vast open sea where you found the shrimp. And through that, there's like the various obstructions from the different rock structures and the floral plants and all that have been kind of obstructing your view and your path along the way. You are currently making your way through those obstructions into the more open plain-like area before you get back into the almost entryway of the trench.
Okay. So yeah, I let them lead me back.
Okay. So you start walking back into the trenches. You make your way in and you turn. You can see off in the distance what is the ceremonial entryway to what they consider the beginning of Coral Ridge. You look to your right and you see the opening to the Blind Man's Crag. It goes deep into the water. It's where all these rocky points and all the anglerfish live and hide for that are quite often some of the things that you bring home. But it's open above. The darkness comes from the shrouded cave-like appearance above it.
Do we walk past that all or no?
Yeah, you're walking. It's about to be on your right as you're walking back towards Coral Ridge.
And are we like over it?
So it kind of the formation of it runs in line with the ridge from the trench. So the wall of your home, essentially, the wall of the ridge, is kind of that's where it veers off into Blind Man's Crag.
Okay.
So it's immediately to your right within it's on the same level as you. It just goes deeper down into this cavern-like dome.
Okay.
All right. So you continue forward?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So you shrimp and heretic in hand, you re-enter Coral Ridge. A lot of the people still within the settlement have started de-meating the giant crab and kind of set it up in place for Meredith. And I started like pulling all like the legs and everything, just the ceremonial deconstruction of the home. They kind of like gawk at you a little bit as you continue working, like very aware that there's some obvious tension in the group, but not wanting to really be like, hey, why is he tied up and he dead? So people are just kind of gawking at you. Nobody's saying anything as you walk into town.
I think we'd head straight to like the chieftain, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Dayrun, I think you said.
Dayrun.
Dayrun Sandstorm.
Yes.
Stupid.
That's getting it now. Okay, so he just like looks at you just as pissed off as sorry, Vitress, I'm looking at you and I think you can see me. Vitress, he locks eye contact with you, and the same stern look he gave you just moments ago when you were bickering with him earlier. He looks down at the dead Baroness and just simply utters to you, "Why?"
You wouldn't understand.
Not
would need a little-
try to explain.
And I say, I think I try to be like a little bit intimidating, but not like I'm not trying to get myself killed here. Like I know I'm out of my league. So I just say, treat this just like you would anyone else. Lock me up. Let me think. Let you think. Get this one away from me. Put his body to rest. And I will give you all the answers you need.
He just looks at you. It's like, anyone else, if they were to stand trial, would give us a little bit more information than you've just given me.
I lift up my arm and I show that I'm just like profusely bleeding out of my side from where the javelin hit, and I say, I would, but I need some time.
Just kind of looks down at it like unapologetically, like it doesn't faze him that you're bleeding out at all. Not bleeding out, but you know what I mean. It doesn't faze him at all that you're wounded, and he just gestures to everyone else like, you know where they go, implying that criminal, you know where the criminals go. There's a known jail within the residence. It's generally unoccupied by your own people, but it's something that would be used, like if somebody was caught stealing or neglecting their duties of a mission, they'll go there until trial is held. Something of this nature has never happened here before, so it's within the same residence where the war chief would generally get his orders from. One of the few actual like built structures within your settlement.
I mean, yeah, Zephryn's been kind of leading him because Marinus has Baroness. Yep, thank you. In his arms, so I guess Zephryn would nod and kind of do like a little bow and start leading Vitress away.
Okay. And Zephryn is very aware that bowing is not customary, but she just can't help but do it.
She can't help herself.
So you lead him into, there's 4 cells side by side, all of which completely unoccupied. And you just kind of push him into the first open one and lock the cage.
Is she the only one that came with me?
She is.
Okay.
Or Elver, where are you?
I'm with everyone else, I guess. I mean, I kind of uninvolved technically, so I'll kind of just observe and see what's happening, and hopefully someone offers me some kind of food, as they should. And yeah, that's it. Nothing. Too much nothing.
I think as they would have been passing the people de-shelling the crab, she probably would have left her sack of shrimp next to them.
Okay.
As well as
Well,
a
then
thought.
I'll try to sneak into the bag and sneak some shrimps then.
Marinus, I'm assuming you're bringing Baroness to the healer.
Yes.
Just seeing if there's anything they can do.
Mhm.
All right.
Party.
Gonna bring my friend to jail. Will you heal up your brother?
Try and heal up your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, come
So
on, they might have like a, what is it, an 8th or 7th level cleric?
Oh, maybe.
Well, we'll see.
we'll find out. So Zephryn, you bring Vitress to the cell alone.
As we're walking and we're like away from everybody else, I want to just say to her, you know, they're going to exile me for this.
Might do worse.
I don't know if that's the chieftain's way.
Did kill somebody.
And I like look at her and I say, I did not. You are too good to be stuck here. This ritualistic life that we lead, day in and day out, serving each other, no reward, no honor. There's nothing here for you.
There's lots that's here for me. There's lots that's here for you too.
Not anymore.
What happened to him, Beatrice?
It's just all the stories they tell us about growing up. The creatures that live out there in the darkness. They're real.
Of course they are. That's why we're here.
That's why you need to leave.
Couldn't leave. Not forever.
Well, I guess whatever happens, happens. But out of all of our tribe or whatever this is, you, I see promise in.
No, there was promise in you too for helping out the tribe.
Maybe once there was. But I can't do this. I saw a way out and I took it. And whatever happens to me, well, I guess we'll see.
You could have just left. Didn't have to stab Baroness.
I guess you're right, but sometimes we just make decisions that we don't really think through all the way, and we just have to go with it.
Well, I hope the consequences of your decisions aren't too drastic.
That makes two of us.
She'll give him like a little head pat like she did Elver. It's actually like, okay. And she'll like close and like lock the gate or the cell door or whatever.
All right.
She'll be like, oh, one more. Just before she leaves, she'll be like, if you do get exiled, can you go see a storm for me?
I will.
I hope it's beautiful. And she'll leave.
I loved all of that. I feel like
That was so good.
I feel like I want to end it there. Is there anything anybody else wanted to do? Like, is there more to this? I just really liked all
I mean,
of
I want to execute Vitrus personally.
that.
No, he's gotta
fair
go see a
trial.
storm now.
Fair trial. He tells us what happened. I kill him anyways.
Well,
And
we
then,
can
you know,
just say all of that.
I start a vendetta against the Mignon clan, and Marinus leads a party to wipe them out.
Wait, so but if you end it here, like, why did Zephryn go to the surface? Like, what was the point?
This wasn't leading
isn't
directly
bad.
into it. This is just
Oh, okay.
a little bit of a flavor text into it. It would be too hard to
Fair enough.
orchestrate
Okay.
exactly 3.5 hours now, I guess. into
Yeah.
that. But I do really like that as an ending. I feel that paints a very good picture of where Zephryn's from. Basically, what I would see happening in this is with the vagueness of Vitrus, Vitrus's story, and him trying to keep it as loose as possible, he would be exiled, but in the sense that he would be brought to the edge of the abyss and left there alone. Whether or not he escapes is totally justifiable to speculate on. And unfortunately, there was no one who could bring Varanus back to life. And Elver did end up eating some more shrimp and got tied to one of the cages for impeding on a mission.
Oh, damn.
And he couldn't untie himself.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a fucking eel.
Yeah. So he was left there for a day and a half with no food.
Whoops. I was gonna say if he died or whatever. Hold on, I had the thing. Fuck. Give me a
Your
second.
only plan was for if he died.
Yeah, I mean this kind of.
Marinus, you end up kind of making your home more
Fun.
like everybody will kind of like decorate these shells and carcasses because they're basically dead bodies.
It says rip. He was a talking fish.
Yeah, we can read actually.
Well, it's in my
know?
screen. It's backwards, so I
yes,
wasn't
only
sure.
in your screen.
Only in your screen.
Oh, okay, then great,
Yeah.
perfect.
But yeah, then Marinus, people will often like decorate their homes in order to kind of hide the fact that it is literally just the shell of a being. So I feel like you take the Varanus's armor and you incorporate it into the decor of your home to honor him. And I think that ties up everybody. Just vague enough that something else could happen maybe later. Maybe someone will find there's this thing back in the ocean, maybe talking fish, and maybe that could come up.
In my head, if he ever leaves, he would just like he's like, oh, I'm not being worshipped. I'm gonna go somewhere else, and I can just come back and say if we ever do Sal's backstory, it just shows up again. It's just like, oh yes, finally.
All right.
Uh,
And then Sal just eats you, like no questions.
That's perfect.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you make it 5 minutes into that session.
Thank God.
We get
you'll
Anthony
go-
to play the role of Elver in the next session, and then he just gets eaten, and then he's like, okay, bye.
Dude, we could have had Anthony sit in, and we could have had them be like Flotsam and Jetsam.
Oh my God, we could have. The Anthony's at AJ's, so.
Oh man, but you didn't tell us you were gonna play an eel until we started playing. So
You didn't know he was
Also,
gonna play.
It was this morning, so.
All right, next time. Yeah, no, thank you everybody for tuning in. I had a lot of fun. We had some heart-wrenching moments, and I think there's some promise here for some more origin stories. So if you like this, don't forget to subscribe now. But no, thanks again to Session Zero, to Band of Badgers, and to the Initiative Order. Thank you, everyone. Make sure to check out so Zephryn and Serena here also plays with Stella Luna every single Friday forever still. Is that still happening?
We're on a break right now. We just had our season finale Friday night. That's not last night anymore. So we've got about 2 to 3 weeks that we're taking off, and then we'll be right back into it.
Awesome. Looking forward to that. Ryan, anything else aside from Session Zero you're doing that's fun?
I have started to write some stuff for Dungeon Crate.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, congrats
I
on
got
that,
some
dude.
stuff for Dungeon Crate, and then I'm also going to be releasing my first thing either tonight or tomorrow on the DM's Guild. It's going to be like a little one-shot adventure. So
Yeah.
look out for
All right,
those
well, yeah.
things, and also go buy shirts.
Shirts! Do it! Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no.
the new spring
Useless.
stuff. Those tie-dye shirts are going. So if you want them, go get them.
Awesome. You can check out Eddie here every second Sunday till the end of time. He doesn't have anything else going on.
Eddie, do you have any more
Uh,
updates on painting?
Dude, I've been
vis-a-vis some buildings?
No, I got the roof, not even the roof. I just got the first base coat on part of the roof and the second one done because I've been so goddamn busy with work and because I
Just
gotta
quit.
do these trainings and stuff. It sucks. Work has been
Crazy.
pain. Yeah,
Kyle
so
and I also do.
Sorry.
We're this D&D and tabletop RPG group called Cantina 13. I was hoping I could make an announcement today, but I think it's going to be a little bit longer, so we'll come back to that soon. And yeah, definitely check us out at Cantina XIII. I think we're going to change that to Cantina 13 because that is far too many I's. So
Because there's 12 other ones?
I think it's okay.
just end it.
All right. Bye,
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 everybody.
y'all.
Bye.